monster? We all go a little mad sometimes.
You won, and I died!
I feel a woozy air. They're coming to get you, Barbara.
How's it hanging, Phil?
From the front time, yes.
Come and get it! So either put the gun down now, or kiss your ass goodbye.
Let's get this party started.
I agree, Dana. Let's get this party started. So, welcome back to Sledgehammer Horror, guys. I am Ken Sledge.
And I'm Ashley Sledge.
And let's talk horror. Now, we do want to say thank you guys for your patience with us here. Had some technical difficulties coming in. So, we apologize, but we are so ready to get started and rock with you guys. As always, we are joined by the amazing Dice Rollen. Dice, how you doing tonight?
Well, not frozen yet. Haven't seen a Jack Frost yet, so I think I'm doing well, actually.
That's always positive.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And for the first time live, but you have seen him on My First Horror Movie, we have Hellvington. We have Day. How you doing today, man?
What's going on, Sledgehammer family? It's your Hellmaster Day, and I am here tonight to talk some top 10. I'm so excited. I'm so freaking excited.
Yeah.
So are we. This is going to be a fun list. This was a hard list to compile because I'm very much into dark movies where the bad guys win, and I didn't realize how many of those there actually were. So trying to bring this down to 12 was kind of hard for me. But before we get into our honorable mentions, I would like to catch up on the chat real quick. I see Nathan and J-Dev in there. What's up, Sean? Thank you for coming out, buddy.
Hello, everyone.
Ashton's here.
Ashton, hello.
Coven of Screams.
Hi.
How's it going?
Let's go, Coven. I see you out there.
What's up, Louie?
Hey, Louie.
Nice to see you, buddy.
Hello, Cecily.
Hello, love. Nice to see you. Day, I think you know this one.
My wife, Jazzy. How the hell are you? She's in the other room right now. She's like, I can't.
Hey, Jazzy.
Yeah, she's always
Mrs. Hellvington.
What's going on, basically, Brittany?
Brittany, my Hell Fam. The Hell Fam is in tonight. They came in hard tonight. I'm so
Love
proud.
it.
Nice.
Love it.
Yeah.
Thank you for hitting that like button. Hopefully everybody else did as well, please. And if you guys haven't, please subscribe to Sledgehammer Horror, as well as Dice Rollen and Hellvington. Make sure you're following them on social media as well. I have all those links down in the description. That way they're easy for you guys to find if you haven't already. Charles, this was a hard list to narrow down, but I'll say The Mist, very dark ending where the bad guys won. So we got a donation already, guys, so you know what that means.
Ooh, baby, ooh, baby, ooh, baby, ooh, baby.
I love it. I love it.
Thanks,
As
Charles.
always. Thank you, Charles. We appreciate it. And you guys can get to know Charles and Sean and all our other members by watching our members only exclusive video. That was a lot of fun to make, and it was really fun to get to know all you guys. So, Coven of Screams, thank you for your donation. We really appreciate it. Let's talk about some wild animals, maybe several wild animals.
What the hell was it? A wild animal? Of several wild animals?
What the heck was it? A wild animal? Several wild animals?
That's exactly what I said.
Was it a wild animal? Or several wild animals?
It was a wild Hellcat. That's what it was.
God, I love that movie so much. Yeah, we're excited. Thank you guys for staying strong with us. It really means a lot. Thank you. Yeah, I see that Philly just walked it off. That's what I just got an alert on my phone that Philly walked it off.
Sports. Hi.
We had a great Thanksgiving. We hope you guys did as well.
Yeah, we did.
Had a bit of a belated Thanksgiving. Ham instead of turkey. We're not too into poultry over here. Plus stuffing things. It just seems wrong, you know? We've got turkeys that wander around here. It seemed a little morally gray.
Yeah, I'm just now waking up from my food coma. I've been in a food coma for like 2 days. I have finally risen from the coma, but I'm still going in for the finals of the leftovers. I need to finish it off.
That's what we
had
just
that
did
for
before we
dinner
started.
again. We literally had one on Thursday.
That's all I've had.
Yeah.
You said for a whole year, yes.
What's up, Necro? Hey, what's up, Tatum? Thank you for stopping in.
Hello, Tatum.
Ryan, what's up, my guy?
Hey, Ryan.
I turn off all movies before the bad guy dies. That way they all win. That's awesome. We hope you are well as well, Troy.
Hey, Troy.
How many accents will Dice use tonight? Over under 5. That's why we love
we're
them.
expanding.
They're always bringing it.
Yes, for sure.
Yes. My list for this had me going crazy. Was shocked how many I was able to name. Agreed.
Yeah.
Guys, oh, there you're back. Okay. Hellions show up and show out. I know we're in the middle of a snowstorm here too. So if anything gets laggy, guys, we're sorry.
I can't even blame
Outside,
snow here.
we
It's
might
just
freeze on the inside. Yeah.
So one last thing before we get started. In the chat, you'll notice we put up a new poll. Which movie would you like Ashley to review next? She just released her review on Little Monsters. And then month in December, next month in December, it'll be Beetlejuice. And then for the next one, it's either going to be Coraline, Megan, The Addams Family, or The Black Phone. And it looks like as of right now, The Black Phone is in the lead. So make sure you're voting in that. We'd love to get your guys' opinion. We always want to do what you guys want us to do. So
within reason.
Started with our yeah. I'm not starting the OnlyFans, guys. So please stop asking.
Whoa.
So,
damn, and I had $50 saved up.
Yeah, I know. Trust me, OnlyFans pays me not to join. They make me. Yeah, they pay me not to. So we're gonna start off with some honorable mentions. Dice, Dave, do either one of you have honorable mentions?
I do. I have one honorable mention. You want to go ahead and say what it is?
Well, hold on, Dice. Do you have any?
Oh yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll go. I'll start this one for honorable mentions. Mine, obviously, a movie that Hellvington knows very well. A lot of you probably thought this would be higher up on my list, but it is The Dark and the Wicked is one of them. Very dark ending where obviously the good guy or the bad guys win. And then I had to include this just because my boy Jason walks it off with that head. I'm going Freddy versus Jason.
No way! He stole my honorable mention.
When you see Jason come out of that water holding Freddy's head, you know
you see
Jason
Freddy
has won.
wink.
That wink doesn't mean shit. Freddy at this point is like the Black Knight from Monty Python. Like, I'll bite your leg off. Like,
and he could. No, he did not win.
Yeah, Jason totally won that.
He totally did it.
And for The Dark and the Wicked, everybody that's a fan of the channel, I hate saying fan, everybody that watches our channel knows that I'm a huge fan of The Dark and the Wicked. It's probably my favorite movie to come out in the last 25 years. So I had to include it as an honorable mention. There's other movies in here where I felt like there's more of a definitive, the bad guy wins angle. But The Dark and the Wicked is probably my favorite movie on this list. But I had to include it just because I think the ending is absolutely fantastic. It's very dark. And the bad guy really wins. Right. The ending is super dark and wicked. So
it's dark and it's wicked?
Yes,
wow.
It is. So yeah, I'm gonna say The Dark and the Wicked is my other honorable mention.
Okay. So I have Saw. First one. I mean, John Kramer, when you seen this for the first time, you had no idea what you were getting. You think this guy in the middle of the room is dead, and you get the ending and he stands up and says game over and shuts the door, and you can say that he is a good guy because he's just taking these bad people and putting them in these situations. He's not really killing them, but he's like toying with people's lives, so he is a bad guy.
So you have Saw as an honorable mention?
I do.
Why are you the way that you are?
Really?
No,
I'm already getting a why am I the way I am?
I agree.
You cut me deep, Shrek. You cut me real deep just now.
Just 10 minutes in. Oh my God. Ooh.
I know.
Ooh, damn. It's new
And
record, I think.
Maybe. And then I have Final Destination. You can't run from death. Like I mean, you can run from it, but you can't hide from it. So, and it's a total slasher. Death is a slasher.
Oh, death is 100%
always wins in the end, right? Yeah. So
is it the first Final Destination?
It is. Yeah. Okay.
I just wanted to make sure because we do have 5 chapters in that. So
yeah.
All right. What about you, Dice?
Strap in. I apologize in advance. This is me after I trimmed this list down tremendously.
Oh, okay.
So, in no particular order, really, The Exorcist, 1973. Technically speaking, you could say Pazuzu got what they wanted.
Yeah.
I'll let you take that as you will. Little Shop of Horrors, 1986. The alternate ending. If you know, you know. I want to see how many people know about this. The Living Dead at the Manchester Morgue, 1974.
Ooh,
I am not one of them.
It's interesting, very 70s, very like European 70s. It's kind of interesting. I recommend it. I was pleasantly surprised by it. Daughters of Darkness, 1971. Again, it depends on how you take that, but Jekyll and Hyde together again, 1982.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Take that as you will. You know. The Autopsy of Jane Doe, 2016.
banger.
Really good one.
Yeah.
I like that one. And finally, I'm bracing myself for this. Trick or Treat, 2007.
Here we go. Here we go.
Bite my shiny metal ass.
Badge of honor, thank you. Yes, okay. There it is.
No, I mean, again, we just watched another horror anthology today that we'll have a review out on Friday, and you got to respect it. You got to respect the horror anthologies. It's something that I feel like, you know, it is a very hard art form to perfect, but I think Hellvington might be frozen again.
Uh-oh.
So I'm going to catch up on the chat real quick. I know it wouldn't be a Sledgehammer horror stream unless we had some technical difficulties.
Someone was getting frozen.
We'll catch up on the chat real quick. What's up, Gory?
Hey, Gory.
Oh, come on, Coraline. We got Jazzy voting for Coraline.
Yeah.
Racist phone, or like racist William. No, I'm just kidding. I love you, buddy.
Wow.
The Cabin in the Woods monsters and Pale Payman, Hereditary.
We may or may not talk about some of those.
Awesome Tales from the Crypt shirt dice. That's sick. Freddy vs. Jason was one on my list, along with Us, Saw, Wrong Turn, and Cult of Chucky. Good
Nice.
choice. Strangers is a good one. I mean, I would say that The Shining would count. Jack really got what he wanted at the end. I mean,
yeah,
I would even wonder
freeze to death, but did he? I mean, he was possessed,
Right.
So like the you know.
Would the Overlook be the villain in that? Ultimate
That's
villain?
true.
Yeah.
That's true. So
I
you could
would-
say the Overlook one.
I would say so. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Hellvington, now that you're back, we'll have you give your honorable mentions, and then we'll finish catching up with the chat.
All right, so you guys stole Ashley and Ken stole two of my not even honorable mentions. They were just on my list. So I thought
trust me. Don't tell us where they're at on your list, because I'm sure we're gonna have a lot of repeats.
We might have some repeats, and that's all right.
For some honorable mentions, I want to do, and this one was a really good one. I gotta go to my list real quick. Sorry about that. But it was a early 2000s film, and it's one of my favorite films of all time. And I actually got to do my very first horror movie on it here on Sledgehammer Horror, and it's the 2001 film Jeepers Creepers, with the ultimate final bad guy in monster movie history. And it is one of my favorite films. And the ending to that film, knowing that Justin Long's character met his demise, and it was such great. So that is my honorable mention. It should be my number one, but I just had to start off the honorable mention list with a banger.
Right.
Nice.
No, love it to death.
Yeah.
So we will finish catching up on the chat real quick before The Empire Strikes Back. But if it's just horror movies and The Strangers is my honorable mention. The Empire Strikes Back's a really good one. If this was all movies, that would probably be towards the top of my list.
Yeah.
One of the darkest endings of all time. So I get that one. The Strangers. Hey, what's up, Brian? I know I said it before, but if you guys haven't already, please subscribe to Hellvington and Dice Rollen. Their links are in the description. We love both of these people to death. And I hope that you guys
despite what I've done.
As well. That's why I love you to death, Dice.
Okay, all right.
We're trying to keep 10 more horror centric. Honorable mentions are Primal Fear and The Usual Suspects. Okay. Okay, Dice, liking your list. Oh, you're gonna get a lot of originality out of Dice, I promise. The Strangers, Valentine, and Fire 2. Both good choices.
Good one.
The Strangers is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what's up, Cal?
There I go
Hey,
again.
Cal.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Are we back on this again?
Everyone but you loves Trick or Treat. You are the only person in the world that hates it. I swear.
I don't hate it.
The loudest person who doesn't.
Yeah.
I am
How about
probably I would honestly say this is how I feel every time someone brings up Trick or Treat.
Give it time, we will convert him.
Good luck.
I'm
Yes.
trying.
Good luck. No, again, if you guys like it, that's awesome. I would never want someone's art to be trashed. I would never say, "Oh, that movie sucks," so you shouldn't like. That's not who I am. I'm glad that it has an audience. It's just not for me.
Yeah.
Hell House. That's a really good choice too.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, happy belated Thanksgiving, everybody. Even if it's not something that you believe in, I hope you got to spend some time with your families and appreciate your loved ones.
For sure.
At least had a good Thursday.
Right.
Yeah.
Hellfest, that's a really good choice. That's a damn good choice, actually. I forgot about how great the ending of that movie is. I was thinking the Overlook was the villain too. So there you go. Yeah, if you're thinking the Overlook is the main villain, then yes. T. Parker, you son of a bitch.
How fast was
What
it?
was you new to the channel? I'm a huge Jason Goes to Hell fan, but
Yeah.
don't rile up the club. Oh, 1408. Both the endings in that, the theatrical and the alternate ending, are both really, really good. Because in the theatrical,
There's
you
like
have
multiple
the one
endings.
Yeah. I've seen the one. I can remember two. I remember the one where
he's leaving where he's leaving I'm trying. He gets in the car and like he's in the backseat all.
yeah,
burnt up.
that's the alternate ending.
Yeah, that's the
when John
alternate.
Cusack's in the
I like
back all
that
burned
one
up.
better.
But and remember in the original ending, he gets in the car and he's at home with his wife and they play the tape and you can hear his daughter on the tape.
Yeah.
Like that one fucking broke my heart. I was like, no.
Yeah, for sure.
My honorable mention is the Skeleton Key. Very nice choice. Every episode of The Haunting Hour has a wild, yes, absolutely. The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. What a great movie. Sean Connery. That's a fantastic movie.
Oh,
Not much
there's a
horror.
lot of interesting faces in that. Yeah.
Yes, yes. You get Jekyll and Hyde in that. Like you get a lot of amazing characters in that movie.
Nemo.
All right, so yes, Nemo.
Not the fish.
Right. Yeah, this is before the fish. I know, buddy. It's all having fun. Love you to death. So let's get started with number 10, and we'll start that off with Ashley. You want to give us your number 10?
Yeah, my number 10 is A Nightmare on Elm Street 84. It's you think that you're having this happy ending, everything's good, and then you get that really cool Freddy car.
Throw you out
You get
the
that
window.
really, get in that really cool looking Freddy car and drive away, and the blow up.
Custom car.
The blow up mom that gets sucked through the window.
So you get that really cool Freddy car.
Yeah, you do. You get that cool Freddy car.
On this episode of Pimp My Ride.
Oh my god, I hate that fucking car so much. Okay, I didn't expect that. That totally caught me off guard. If you guys could tell, that was good. That was good. I'm good with you.
So yeah,
It seems out every single episode I say that dumb fucking Freddy car. I go, that super cool Freddy car, guys. Like we love it.
yeah, we really like it, and so does Ken.
Yeah, love that car.
We're gonna-
Hope to own it someday. That made my cheeks hurt.
So
Good
yeah. That he didn't. Yeah.
Okay, so your number 10 is A Nightmare on Elm Street because of the really cool Freddy car.
Yep. You think
And the
it's
blow up mom.
and the blow up mom.
Yeah, that looks really
that looks
good.
so good when she gets sucked through that window. It looks great. Perfect.
Go ahead, Hellvington, try.
Oh, what's going on?
Okay.
Okay.
Yep. Ashley's number 10 was Nightmare. I didn't think we could hear you at first. Ashley's
No, you're
number
good.
10 was Nightmare on Elm Street.
Okay,
Dice,
cool.
you want to give us your number 10?
Yes. Speaking of creativity and originality over here, going really out of my way just to pick things that wouldn't, I thought, automatically be on people's lists. The Company of Wolves, 1984. It's a very ambiguous ending. I feel like it depends on how you perceive things, but I'll just say that from my perspective, the wolves were made out to be pretty much the bad guys, the antagonists, and by the end, I feel like they won.
Is it like a
So-
definite? Is it a definite like they won, or is it like Halloween 3 season of which it's up in the air kind of thing?
Maybe more Halloween season of the witch. Like,
Okay,
yeah,
gotcha,
maybe kind of like that. It's very fairy tale, so
Ooh.
it's dreamlike. You can take it as you will, I guess.
Okay, so if you want a happy ending, you can have it, but if you want the bad guys to win, I like those kind of movies.
You could
Gotta
have
check it out.
both, theoretically speaking. The way I took it was like both, in a
Okay.
way. It's bad guys win, but also that feels right. Yeah.
Yeah, they should. Yeah, okay, I can rock with that.
Awesome. So what about you, Hellvington? What's your number 10?
All right, so I'm gonna throw a wild card in there, right? And I don't think anyone's gonna see this one coming. Scary movie. I think it came out in 2000. When Officer Doofy survived at the end, and he made it all the way. Look, he made it through, baby. He wasn't no Billy Loomis. He wasn't no Stu Mocker. Officer Doofy made it. I love it, and he had like a whole style change, right? He went from Doofy to stud kind of thing. So
It was
I
a
love it.
makeover in a few seconds.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. So Scary Movie for me is my number 10.
See, Scary Movie 1 through 3 to me are just absolutely amazing, and Part 4 has funny moments.
Yeah.
But after that, it kind of went downhill. But
Yeah.
Scary Movie 1 through 3 to me are fucking perfect, man. I
Mhm.
love those
Perfect.
movies so much.
One of the greatest horror comedies. The Wayans brothers knocked it
Yes.
out of the
Oh,
park
yeah.
with that series.
Yes, they did. So my number 10, I'm going to bounce off what you did, but I'm going to make it a little bit different. I'm going with Final Destination 5. Just because I absolutely love the ending.
Mm-hmm.
This is my favorite Final Destination film. The original's great. Me and Part 2 have our issues because of the log truck and the timing. For those of you that saw our episode on Final Destination 2, you saw how much I was really upset about that. But, you know, that's a story for another day. Final Destination 5 is a fantastic movie with great kills, great characters, and an ending that genuinely broke my heart. Like, I was really, really sad when I saw what flight they were on and they were going to Paris. I was shocked.
I was shocked too.
Like, I was like, wow, that was a great way to wrap this up, you know, take it full circle and make this into a surprise prequel. I thought that was awesome. And obviously the bad guy wins because the plane crashes and we get to part 1.
The bad guy's death.
Right.
And death always
And
wins.
I do want to co-sign what you said. The Final Destination films are absolutely slashers. I mean, you look at the first one, and when the kid dies, when he gets hanged by death in the bathroom, like the water goes back up, like death is covering its tracks. Like death is a total slasher in that film. Like I think it's amazing. I think it's
Shout out
really
Tony
good.
Todd. Shout out Tony Todd, the ultimate death master right there. He is Father Death. So.
He's so amazing in that movie, Bloodsworth.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Classic.
Who-
and to go
who's
back
death?
to what you
Was that Tony
right?
Todd?
Yeah.
Yay!
I'll follow you into the dark, Tony Todd.
Where are we going?
Yeah, that was a Death Cab reference. So we'll catch up on the chat before we get to number 9. I do love 1408. I love John Cusack. I'm a huge John Cusack fan. So
My mom too.
very big fan of that movie. Drag Me to Hell.
Yeah, that's another one that
that's a
you
good one.
thought was going to be a happy ending, and then
banger.
Oh, we need more people voting. Black Phone and Megan are tied for Ashley's next review. Drag Me to Hell. Love that one for sure. He just survived to fight another day. Freddie Carr, good gravy. Brain scan.
That awesome
Annabelle Creations.
Freddie.
Oh man, what a great movie and great call, because
Yeah.
7 is totally a horror movie. One of the most iconic scenes, you know, what's in the box? Like, oh god, what a heartbreaking moment. Oh my god. That's what we're going for. That's what we're going for. We hope that this happens.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it. I wish I could redo my list, because this would probably be number 1.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I remember
What an amazing.
I remember
amazing
Ken posting
ending.
about this. I haven't seen the film, but I remember Ken posting about Summer of '84.
It's a good
Oh,
one.
dude, you gotta watch
Yeah.
it. It is a.
It's
the
on my watch
Goonies-
list.
It's the Goonies mixed with it, mixed
Yeah.
with.
It's just like
Oh man,
when you were like a kid,
and
like
it ends on a way that you're just like, why? how,
Yeah.
but not in a bad way.
Really?
Like,
Well,
you're
it's
just genuinely shocked
you're-
at the end.
yeah, but you're like, I want more.
Yes,
like,
yes.
give me more.
Can I please
Oh,
get
yeah.
Summer of '86?
Yes, please.
Give me a sequel.
Give
or,
me a-
or summer of '89,
Right.
when he's like older.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
love to see a sequel to this film,
Yeah.
and they could
I gotta
easily
check it
make
out.
a sequel out of it.
And-
Yeah, you guys got to
and
check it out. It's
89 is
fucking
a good-
amazing. And that's your birthday year.
It's a horror movie set in the 80s. I'm already in. Okay.
I mean, how many rock
It's-
songs are about the 84 and 89? Those are like the two iconic years in the 80s.
Heck yeah.
I will say I love Blair Witch the OG. I am not a fan of Book of Shadows.
Oh yeah, no, I can't do the Book of Shadows.
Brittany, that's a fantastic choice.
Uh-huh.
Somebody may talk about that again later.
Wink, wink.
Oh, it's got John Goodman. I'm in. Sleepaway Camp.
Mm-hmm.
Friday the 13th Part 8. Jason Takes Manhattan. No, mommy. No, help me, mommy. Megan Tied with the Black Phone. We need some more votes, guys. Call your friends. Tell them to come to the Sledgehammer stream and vote on the poll.
There's a poll. You need to be here.
Vote. All
like-
you hellions, get out the chat and go vote on the community
She says-
community tab right now.
Really, babe? LOL, doofy. I
I
will
mean,
say,
it was goofy.
Sean Sheridan is one of the nicest guys in the world.
Yeah, he's
so,
awesome.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
and he is the ultimate goof face.
Go
Ghost
first.
face.
I'm pitching that for a horror movie. Goofy.
Right.
Goofy the horror movie.
Right.
All you hear is the laugh.
What's your favorite scary movie?
I
So,
can't,
listen.
I can't.
The reason I agree with this too, but listen, in the dream they go out and they see the log truck, right? So she waits there and sees this vision.
You
for
said
like
this was a story
10
for another day.
like
it
10
is not
minutes.
another day.
And then when
It
they
is still the
snap back,
same day.
the log truck is coming, right? She sees the log truck when she snaps back to reality. If they would have just drove, they'd have been so far ahead of that log truck that it wouldn't have even mattered. They didn't have to stop. They would have been so far ahead of it, they would have even been a part of it. So I see you fucking Final Destination 2, you sons of bitches. Mama said you treat me like the man of the house. Don't disturb me when I'm cleaning my room. I love that shit.
Hello.
OG Halloween. Okay, we got some OG Halloween love. I mean,
Heck yeah, don't
okay.
stop. Just stop it.
I love the Final Destination series. Literally think of them. Yes, absolutely.
Facts.
Death Cab reference, mad respect. Love Death Cab. Huge Death Cab fan. The original Cabin Fever.
Ooh.
We're not going to do no, I'm not going to slander it. It's just not for me. Not for me. What's up, Adrian?
Hey, Adrian.
That's a good one. The Candyman requel.
Yeah.
That's a really good one.
Yes.
So we're up to number 9, and that'll be Dice starting us off.
An underrated slasher, I think. Behind the Mask: The Rise of Leslie Vernon.
Yes.
I know we're essentially spoiling things anyway, but of course, I don't want to spoil.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, in case you didn't know, in the words of Cody Leach, spoilers. But it's a really fun sort of movie just on its own. But the twist that they have towards the end is that alone, he won. But then you watch during the credits, and he's still alive, so he won twice.
See, and it's that's a fun. If you guys haven't seen The Rise of Leslie Vernon, it's a very fun, like meta documentary style slasher with a lot of cameos from big horror people.
I have to check that out.
Yeah.
I've seen it like on Tubi, but I haven't necessarily clicked on it. But I definitely need to check that out.
It's a fun, like I said, it's like a meta documentary, like a mockumentary. It's a fucking blast. Like it's him like teaching. Like I don't want to say too much about it, but it's a very fun movie. You'll have a lot of fun with Behind the Mask. Like I said, finding all these little cameos of people that we know. Like, hey, Robert.
Oh shit, Robert's in it. Oh, I gotta watch it.
Oh yeah.
Think Dr. Loomis, but Robert Englund.
The GOAT.
That's the best way to put it.
Yeah.
Dr. Robert Loomis.
Yeah.
Gotta watch it.
I shot him 6 times.
Hellvington, what's your number 9?
So this one is it's a sleeper. It's another good monster movie in my opinion. But I'm gonna go with The Descent. That was I remember watching that movie for the first time, and I just wanted them to get out of the cave so bad because they literally went through hell and almost made it at the end just to not make it. And it was one of the most creepiest like cave dwelling monster movies I've ever watched. So The Descent is my number 9. I'm sticking with it.
Great
claustrophobia. The movie
gave me so much claustrophobia. Yeah, like when they would like keep going down or like in those tight little spaces, I couldn't. I hate that.
I genuinely think.
Yeah.
Well, I genuinely think that's one of the scariest movies there is.
For sure.
And like it's dark, and they don't see the monsters that are lurking.
Who are
in
the
dark.
monsters?
Right.
I mean, her best friend was a monster.
That's what I'm saying.
For sure.
But it's just that's one of those movies where like it's an all-female cast essentially, and they just absolutely knocked it out of the park. And something else I will say, it spawned the most fucking unnecessary sequel ever in the history of the world. I'm not saying that I don't think The Descent 2 is a bad movie.
No, but how did she survive in that cave? Like with all
I
guess she's a monster. She literally is a monster.
It's just to me, it's an extremely unnecessary movie. Again, I don't think it's like dog shit or anything like that, but it's no Trick or Treat.
And I'm not trying to ruffle any feathers with the Coven, but it's almost like the Blair Witch, right? It had a great original, but did we necessarily need the sequel? I don't think so. But I love you, Coven. I'm just coming for your favorite movie of all time. It's okay.
So my number 9 is a movie where every child on the planet dies at the end by putting on their mask, and that is Halloween 3: Season of the Witch. Yeah, I wish we would have gotten the ending they wanted, where during the credits you heard all those kids screaming and children. That would have been the dopest.
I wanted to hear those kids die. Yeah. Like I wanted to hear them screaming for their lives.
Yeah, you watch that movie and you're just like, yes. No more college funds, no more school supplies, no more snack packs. All the money those parents are saving. Give me a mask. Put me in, bro. Put me in, coach. I want to play.
You'll need 3 of them.
But no, that to me is just like, that is like seriously one of the darkest endings that I could possibly think of. Like,
for sure.
It's just one of those movies. Like you're literally listening to every kid die potentially.
Well, they couldn't. They're like,
the studio was like,
I don't think you can just have children screaming for the.
But you know what I mean. But you still know what's happening.
Yeah.
That one channel is still on and still rocking. And
well, when you hear it come across, you're like, oh.
Yeah. Yep. So for me, Halloween 3: Season of the Witch.
They showed a whole kid being melted with snakes and worms, and shout out Tom Atkins for really thinking that him just saying "turn it off" was really about to save the world. Like he was really doing it. But yeah, that was a great.
He's an optimist.
If you watch louder in the phone.
Ashley and I didn't see that coming episode on Halloween 3: Season of the Witch.
Are you going to talk about him jumping in the bush?
If you go and watch our episode, I hate to self-promote, but there's an amazing moment in that movie where Tom Atkins does the best bush jump /
dive
roll
into
a bush that I've ever seen in any movie, and we couldn't stop laughing.
That sounded really bad, him diving into a bush.
Yeah, he dives into the bush.
Hey,
yeah, exactly.
That man was diving in the bush, out in the field, and in the little sleazy motel room,
and
with his wife next door, getting shocked.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. With this very younger woman than him, might I add?
Very.
She was way younger.
A little fembot.
Yeah.
So
yeah. How old are you, by the way?
Yep. Cassie, your ID,
please.
Number 9, babe.
Yes. My number 9 is Cabin in the Woods. And really, if you think about it, everybody loses out. Well, except for the ancient ones, I guess they could always like rebuild a new world, but everybody essentially dies in the end.
Yeah.
Because they wouldn't sacrifice themselves. So
another fucking fantastic
selfish bastards.
movie.
I know they wouldn't kill themselves for everyone else. Jerks.
I mean, you're gonna die anyway. You might as well kill. Whatever.
I don't know.
For the greater good.
Yeah, I would. For my kids.
Well, yeah, but what if like they already killed your kids?
Other people have kids.
Oh, if they already killed my kids, like I'm done.
Well, we're gonna die anyway. If they already killed my kids, I'm gonna kill myself anyway. I have nothing to live for.
Exactly.
You want you?
Wow! Don't
At number 8, we have Divorce.
Yeah.
Divorce.
My happy ending.
Right.
Please sign here and here.
You want to give us your number 9?
I just gave my number 9.
Oh, I'm so stuck on.
Yeah, you just got
our
your.
divorce.
Complete
All right,
derailment.
we'll catch up on the chat real quick before we get to today's number 8. I'll accept it because Leslie is arguably the protagonist. Yeah, I can see that.
True.
Poor Frenchie. Like I said, call your friends, call your wife, call your children, tell them everybody's voting out here. John Kramer and Saw. Oh, Strange Monkey. What's up, buddy?
Hey.
Halloween 3. Screw the Descent 2. Okay. I'm sorry. Descent gives me panic attacks. I couldn't do that. And yeah, Best Friend was the big. I agree. Totally agree.
Yeah.
She's disgusting. F them kids. This is one that I wanted to put on the list and I left off.
Yeah, the
original
Man.
Wicker Man.
Yes.
Great choice.
I that movie's so
Frailty
fun.
Mortuary. I've never seen that one, Brian. I'll have to check that out.
The naked dancing.
Oh, and the Wicker Man?
Yeah.
The Silence of the Lambs. Would you fuck me? I'd fuck me. I fucking
That
love
is
that
fact.
movie.
Silence is great.
Love that movie.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all right, Nathan. Still a great film. Another movie is the remake of The Stepfather. That guy just kept getting away with it. I haven't seen the remake.
Nice.
I haven't either.
We need to check that one out. Yeah, I knew that. Hey, I hope you have a great night. Thank you for stopping in even for a little bit. Cancel him, Ashley. Don't cancel me. You love me.
He done canceled.
Hey, at least you would get half of everything. Half of nothing is still nothing, Brittany.
There you go.
The Last Exorcism from 2010. All right, so we are up to number 8, and that'll be Day starting us off.
All right, so for my number 8, this one's kind of hit or miss because technically there was a happy ending per se in the movie, but the curse still lived on. So I'm gonna go Sinister, number 1, with Bagul. He lived on after, and he's kind of like a curse that lives on throughout society and time. So I gotta go with Bagul because what he made those children do to their parents is just. I remember watching that for the first time in theaters and literally goosebumps, shivering. I was dying on the inside because I was like, I've never in a horror movie seen children murder their parents. Well, besides Children of the Corn, of course. But other than that, Sinister. So I got to go with Bagul and Sinister.
Nice.
Great choice.
Yeah.
Great choice. My number 8 is actually argumentative because some people say it's not a horror movie. I completely think it's a horror movie, and it is Brightburn.
Oh, for sure.
Big fan of this movie. I think it's absolutely a horror flick. And just watching everything that Brandon does in this movie, like he's such a great little villain, and I wish we could have gotten a Brightburn universe out of this.
He's an alien.
I know, but he's still a badass.
I know he's an alien.
He was going crazy in that movie.
Yeah, and there was genuine moments that made me
sad.
scared. There was a lot of real bloody, like
all she wanted was a kid, and then he's just a little dick.
all she wanted was a kid, and he just like drops her from the sky.
Literally drops her. All she wanted to do was love you. Damn it.
Yeah, so I am a huge fan of Brightburn. My son and I went and saw it in cinema together as a dad-son day hangout, and we had a great time. And he didn't like it as much, but I'm a huge fan. I was hoping to get more, but at least we got that one. So my number 8 is Brightburn. What about you, my love?
My number 8 is Insidious, the first one. So you have you think that everyone got back into their bodies, happy ending, right? But no, the Black Bride actually won, took over Josh, and then strangled Elise, and it made me very sad that they killed her off in the first one. And I think that they were very upset about it too after seeing how she was a fan favorite, because they brought her back in every single other one. They're like, we shouldn't have killed her off. We shouldn't have killed her off.
Right.
But so the Black Bride won in that.
I agree.
She got to his body before he did.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Dice?
Oh. Angel Heart, 1987.
Okay.
Classic.
That's one that was requested a very long time ago for me to do a book versus movie review. That's how I found out about it. And in both the book and the movie, pretty much the same ending. but very much a mindfuck film.
Right.
Very much.
Mm-hmm.
And lots of familiar faces, I should say, and voices, technically, in that. And again, I guess it could be kind of ambiguous as to who you consider to be the villain, but the ultimate evil technically wins.
Okay. I've never heard of that one either, so we'll have to check that out.
Yeah, for sure.
It's pre-plastic surgery Mickey Rourke.
Ooh.
Oh.
So back when Mickey Rourke didn't look like Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Combined with Steven Tyler.
Michael Myers mask thrown in there, you know?
Right. Truth or Dare.
Ooh.
I did not want to like that movie, but I did.
It's a fun movie.
Yeah, I have so much fun with that movie.
Yeah.
You get the kid from the Goldbergs,
You
the
got
chick from Pretty Little Liars.
Lucy Hale.
Yeah.
Like my favorite Pretty Little Liar. Yeah.
She's all right.
Whatever. You like her too. You like Pretty Little Liars.
Okay. I love Pretty Little Liars. I'll never, no cap on that. I love that.
It's another 5 years. Get it.
Yep. Home Sweet Home 1981. Krampus, even though the ending can be interpreted in many ways, touche.
They're all
I think there's an alternate ending as well.
Oh.
I'll have to check that out. I haven't seen that.
I mean, being stuck in a little ball with you guys for the rest of my life.
Oh, now we're making
that sounds horrible.
You're stuck with your family during the holidays. No.
Right.
Yeah. And for the rest of your life.
I'm so glad to see some more people love Brightburn. I love when people give Brightburn some love. I fucking love that movie. Is the situation horrific? And it can clearly be labeled as horror. Exactly.
I mean, horror is what you make it.
Exactly. Hey, what's going on? Thanks for stopping out.
Hey.
Insidious is now T. Parker's number 7.
Nice.
Now you know how I felt about Summer of 84,
Yeah.
man. I'm so bummed I didn't think of that movie. Psycho 2, yes. One of the best horror sequels of all time, easily. And seeing Norman go down the rabbit hole at the end there. Oh, Robert De Niro's an Angel Heart.
Oh. Okay.
Yes, and I'm not going to say shit, but once I heard the twist ending, I was like, how the fuck did I not figure that out before?
I can't wait to check it out. Evil Dead Rise. We both like that one. Oh, shit. Howard the Duck. I'm not Howard anymore.
Speaking of horror.
I like that one.
Funny Games. Angel Heart is a great film. I'm not going to sleep yet. About 10 minutes. Will you hang out as long as you like?
Yeah.
We'd love to have you here. I enjoy Truth or Dare. It's overhated, and I love Lucy Hale too. Like I said, we had a lot of fun watching that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Again, you say what you want about the faces or whatever,
The
but
Snapchat faces, whatever.
whatever.
They didn't look the
if
greatest.
that's the worst thing that happens in a horror movie, what the fuck ever,
It was entertaining.
Yeah,
So
I definitely had fun with it. So, all right, so now we are up to number 7, and that'll be me starting us off. And I told you we'd talk about it again. Sleepaway Camp. My favorite camp slasher film. I think Sleepaway Camp is what Friday the 13th wanted to be.
Could you see Jason at the end? Like,
new visual. Thank you.
But now you got the argument of, is Angela the villain or is the aunt the villain for what they did to Angela? And
I mean, Aunt Martha.
Yeah.
She was definitely a villain,
Oh,
but
yeah,
she's
up
so
there.
cool though. I love her, but she's definitely a
well,
villain.
that certainly won't do.
It won't do it all.
Do it all. So yeah, they took a swing and a miss at something at the time that was very taboo, which is still getting, a lot of hate in a lot of circles with transgender. The transgender side of things obviously does not hold up today. Forcing someone into that lifestyle, I think, is obviously super upsetting.
Yeah.
Because there are people that truly are born in the wrong body and just want acceptance. And you have movies like this and Seed of Chucky that really tried to show that, like some love to that just completely doesn't hold up the way that it now when we have we grow and we get better.
Right.
But as a slasher film, yeah, some of us do.
Yeah, not all.
Right. As a slasher
We
film,
ain't
though,
there
it has
yet.
great deaths. Not you, Meg. The bee death is the thing of nightmares.
Curling iron.
The curling iron, yeah.
Fuck that.
We like to call that kill chapped lips. that one's rough.
Get
But,
the Vaseline.
like, eat shit and die, Ricky. Eat shit and live, Bill. I've said eat shit and live so many times in my life that it should be outlawed. I think it's a fantastic movie. The representation didn't age well, and I can say that and still say I enjoy the film. So I'm going to say Sleepaway Camp because obviously our homie Angela Baker at the end, dick hanging and all, is the villain that wins. So
More like a pinky.
yeah.
Letting it all hang out right there. Yes.
Pray.
So yeah, I'm gonna go with Sleepaway Camp. Again, a movie I love, and I will die on the hill that I think that it's the best summer camp slasher. It's my favorite, at least.
Okay.
So, what's your number 7, love?
My number 7 is a newer one. And this is one that you can be afraid to die, but this one, after you die, you're completely erased and never thought of again. And that's
it's the Harbinger, isn't it?
Yeah. So I mean, what's worse than dying and then your everything about you is just erased and nobody remembers you? And in the end, the Harbinger, he wins because they completely forget about her. You thought that she won against him or it, but
if you guys haven't seen the Harbinger from 2022, it's not the one with Madeline McGraw.
Yeah, not the one with Madeline.
Which is also a great film.
It's an independent film.
Yeah, it's an indie film.
Yeah, and
but
it's really good. I think about this movie a lot. Like it's psychologically and
it's one of those movies that came out during the lockdowns where they used COVID, but they used it in a way that made sense to the story. Right. It wasn't just hey, people are going through this, let's make it happen.
Yeah.
They did it in an intelligent way to make it wrapped around the story that was happening. And like I said, the ending, literally, I got little emo goosebumps right now. Like the ending breaks you into pieces because when the Harbinger takes you, you're forgotten.
Yeah, your family
never existed. Your family doesn't know you.
You'll leave one little thing about you is left behind, and they'll like pick it up and
they'll find it and be like, "Why does this look so familiar?"
Like I remember this, but then they don't remember you. So
oh, dude, that sucks.
It's really good.
But it's a scary movie too. Yeah. Like there's a lot of that movie. Like this was one of the ones that we got a screener for this movie in December of last year. And the next day we were doing our top 10 movies of 2022. I had to completely rewrite my list because of the Harbinger. I had to put that on the list. That's how much we enjoyed it.
Wow. I got to check that out.
Yeah.
It's scary. The practical effects are great. The acting is just downright phenomenal. And the villain is one of the scariest of all time. I'm really bummed I don't have that on my list because that's one of the darkest endings I've ever seen ever. Like I put that up with The Mist and how dark that ending is. Like it's dark. Like I've never had a horror movie where the ending made me go, I might fucking cry right now.
I need some cat videos.
Yes, man. Like it's The Harbinger 2022. People in the chat, our amazing panel. Check that movie out. Okay. It's a very well directed, very well acted. I'm so proud of this movie, and it's such a great film. And Andy, the director, he reached out to us to do a My First Horror Movie interview after he saw our review. So like, yeah, I'm a big fan of everybody that was a part of the movie. So make sure you guys are checking that out. Good fucking call. That's a fucking awesome choice.
Thanks.
Dice, you want to give us your number 7?
Certainly. To go from something so dark and depressing to The Wicker Man, 1973. We get Christopher Lee in drag, burning a man, and this is the real Burning Man, to be quite honest. So, how can you be upset with some, like, pagan, naked, dancing women? Personally, guy next door isn't doing anything. I'm over here going, I'll be right there. Hold on. One moment. I mean, it's an interpretive dance.
It's more like...
Yeah. I'm not convinced it was just her hands.
Slow.
She says, trust me, I've practiced this in the mirror for years, okay? It's more like this.
Yeah. Well, are you doing the...
Spirit fingers. Hellvington, you want to give us your number 7?
Yeah, so this one was actually brought to me by Jazzy. She reminded me of it. My wife, Mama, the horror movie Mama had one. Did not see that ending coming whatsoever. I literally was like, did that little girl just die? Like, did she just jump off a cliff with the ghost lady? What the actual fuck? Like, we're doing that now?
She was too far gone.
She was like way into Mama. Like, she was already sold on Mama. But I'm like, I was really thinking for a second that the little girl was going to come and join her sisters, right? Absolutely not. Just straight off the cliff. It's just nosedive. And I'm like, hey, how did this happen? What? So technically, Mama got what she wanted.
Yeah, she got her baby.
Oh, that was nuts.
Mm-hmm.
And that, like I said, that's the big thing. She got her baby.
Yeah.
And that's all she ever wanted.
That's all she wanted.
Well, did she kill her own baby?
No,
So, I mean, she's not a great mama.
Sometimes you don't get the
terrible
right one.
mother. Terrible
She's a
mother.
horrible mother.
I'm calling CPS.
Yes.
Yeah.
Please, on this ghost mom.
So I'll catch up on the chat real quick. Lucy Hale did a part in Scream 4.
She,
Yes,
the fake out.
She unfortunately did.
He hates the
I
fake out.
fucking hate Scream 4 so much.
You just hate
I
Scream
hate
4.
the first 20 minutes of Scream 4, and I can't get past how much I hate the first 20 minutes of that movie. We hope you had a great Thanksgiving as well, man. When you do 2 fake outs in a row, it pisses me off. I hate 1 fake out. When you do 2 in a row,
there was more than 2. There was like 4.
elbow drop a baby. Smile 2022 had a super dark ending.
Yeah.
The Hitcher remake. No nostalgia for Sleepaway Camp. It's a rough watch. Yeah, I get it. Like, and I've had a lot of people tell me that. Like, if you didn't grow up with it and you watch it now, you're just like bummed. And I'm like, yeah, I get that. I totally do.
I had heard about the ending. I was very well aware of the ending way before I watched it. I still watched it, and I still had a good time, but it depends. I can, like you said, now you can see why some people are like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I loved it. That ending, I didn't go in with any hindsight. It was just flailing out and in front of my face. But back to what Ken said real quick on Sleepaway Camp, for what the worth is, right? Sleepaway Camp and Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2 are very well regarded in the LGBTQ community because it was so, even though it wasn't done very well at the time, but it was so groundbreaking for that community. So it's forever a classic, right? So I love Sleepaway Camp.
And I'm glad that Nightmare 2 is finally getting the cult following it deserves.
I love
the
Nightmare
darkest Nightmare on Elm Street. Yeah. It's so funny because, like, I love when people are like, oh, that's the gay one. I'm like, really? That's your
yeah, like what? Okay.
Yeah.
You can't deal with some man butt? Like what?
If you don't like man butt, you get the fuck out. Okay.
Come on.
Like, I'm
I
straight.
see man butt every time I'm in the shower. Come on.
Right.
I love man butt.
But
how'd you do that?
Give me some man butt. Give me some dong hanging. I'm all for it. Good for you, Kid Cudi. I'm jealous.
That thing that rolled out, I was like, all right, Kid Cudi.
Yeah,
I see you.
If I ever go hiking on a place where I'm be climbing up a mountain and I need someone to pull me up, I know who I'm calling. Holy shit, that thing was ridiculous. Lower it down for me.
It's like the Rapunzel of wieners.
Yeah.
Kid
This is the weirdest
Cudi,
Rapunzel.
Let down your dong.
Wow.
I never thought
We're out here.
we were going to be talking
We're
about.
here.
We were talking about Sleepaway Camp anyway. It's fine.
That's true. That's true.
A dong's a dong, no matter who has it.
Talk to Me is great. I can't wait for Talk to Me. That's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Wish Upon, that definitely had a dark ending with Ryan Phillippe and his daughter where they had the box, like the monkey paw thing. That was good. Pet Cemetery, if the movie lived up to the book, it could have easily been a strong contender for number 1.
Oh, I think it lived up to the book.
Ooh, Mirrors, is that the one with Kiefer Sutherland, right?
Yes.
I assume I feel like there's a few, but I think that's the default.
Where I'm pretty sure he works in like a mirror factory or some shit.
And
like
his sister?
Yep, his sister comes in and yep, that's the one. We recently watched that.
He sees ambulance written the right way at the end.
Yep.
That's what I remember about it. Thriller, A Cruel Picture. Halloween 6.
Whoa. Greatest Halloween movie right there. Halloween 6. All right, I'm gonna do
What?
Okay.
Here we go.
Did you say Halloween 6 is the greatest Halloween movie of all time?
Hey, I mean, you get Paul Rudd and Dr. Loomis, man. I mean, come on, man.
Is the bar that low?
How rude.
I am being a little rude. I'm sorry. But no, I have a soft spot for Paul Rudd. Anything Paul Rudd's in, and the fact that he was in a Halloween movie, I just have to at least put it in my top 5, no matter how bad the movie is.
Wicker Man with Nick Cage. You know what? Like, I know that movie gets shit on a lot. I like The Wicker Man with Nick Cage. I'm not saying it's a good movie.
I like it too.
It's just it's so entertaining.
He's just so off the rails.
Yes,
and
he's
I
so
love
insane
that. I
in
love
that movie.
Nick Cage. It's awesome.
Yeah.
How often do you get to see Nick Cage in a bear suit punch someone out?
Exactly.
Right. I have so much fun with that movie. Like every time we watch it, I'm like, this movie's fun as hell, man. I don't get that. Is it as good as the original? Fuck no. The original's a classic. They shouldn't have touched it. But that movie is still fun. What's up, Steve?
Hey,
How you doing? Nice to see you, buddy. Mama had to be so confused. Like, how do they explain the other little girl to the other people? Final Destination 5. Yes, that's such a good movie. Love that film. Don't open it until Christmas, 1984. Do I need to rewatch this movie? Which one?
Yeah, which one?
Possibly.
Well, which one? I love Halloween 3 because of Tom Atkins' butt. See, everybody needs a little guy butt.
Gotta have
More male nudity in horror movies.
We need it.
Some Grady butt would definitely.
How many boobies do we see?
Right. We can deal with some dick hanging and man butt every now and then.
We did a dong for every boobie. Dong for every boobie.
Yes. Dong for tit. Dong for tit.
Put that on a shirt. Yes.
Heck yeah.
No, that's false.
Oh
That is false.
I don't agree.
That is falsity.
Not the Arthur hand.
I am extremely disappointed in your decisions, young man.
To the corner with you.
Nightmare on Elm Street 2, so good. Such a fantastic movie.
I love that one.
Cal, you
also like the documentary. Very nice. Very nice.
See the Chucky, yeah.
Jennifer
we do see Ray from Scary Movie 2.
Oh yeah.
Hey, or you guys could see. Or you guys could go watch The Bride of the Killer Pinata. I hear that has a wiener.
Shameless plug.
Yeah.
So shameless.
Right, so
That's the part where I had to pause the movie and laugh. Thank you. And then get back to it going, all right, okay, it's been 20 minutes. Let's go.
That's what most people do when they see my dong. They pause and laugh for 20 minutes.
I didn't know it was made out of latex.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
had
to make it look.
That was the actual.
They had to make it look nice.
Okay, all right.
So
I need the mold.
We got number 6.
Mold.
This is the very same one from the movie.
Right.
Here we go.
You gotta have it as like a centerpiece in the house, just for a talking.
So you can see this is the picture of my grandmother. She passed in 94. This is my dong from Bride of the Killer Pinata.
It's got a little plaque.
The trophy my son won during his T-ball for being the most important player. But I want to go back to the dong real quick. If you guys
put this dong but next to the grandmother real quick, like
I'm glad you're real comfortable in this family.
That's
but wait.
why he doesn't decorate.
That's why I can't decorate. We got more dong in this living room.
We got dong in between son trophy and grandmother's ashes. I don't know. Yep. I don't think this is a good placement.
It's not.
All right, you want to give us your number 6?
Yes,
my love?
My number 6 is Pet Sematary 89. My very first horror movie I watched as a child, a young lad. And again, they all except for Ellie, she actually survives, but the whole family dies. Ellie's still alive with her grandparents, which I wish we would have gotten like a sequel with her when she was older, like going back to that, house or going back to the cemetery where her whole family dies. I think that would be freaking awesome.
Yeah.
But the ancient burial grounds, they won, really. They did all their little whispering and they got everyone buried in there. And yeah, that's yeah.
Classic.
I love that movie.
What about you, Dice? What's your number 6?
Creep 2014.
Banger.
Technically both could fall into this category, but I'm going with the first one because that's the one, of course, that made a pretty good impression on me. Mm-hmm. Another recommendation, blessed by someone I used to know who was a barista, no less. But she recommended it to me, I watched it, and I went, well, This could fall in multiple categories.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I think I like this one. All right.
It was definitely one. It was like almost those movies like that, VHS, Hostel, those kind of movies. I've always been a fan of those movies. Like, I love that kind of found footage, brutality kind of movie. I like that.
It kind of brings the audience in, I think, a bit more.
Yeah. Absolutely
if it's done
does.
well.
Yeah.
So what about you, Hellvington? What's your number 6?
All right, so because this has one of the most iconic opening scenes and through history, it's the ship, right? That is the bad guy and the forces on the ship. I gotta go with Ghost Ship. I forget what year it came out, but it has one of the most iconic opening scenes in horror history and one of the craziest endings in horror history. And let's be honest, all those ghosts on that ship are terrifying. Like, I would hate to be stuck on that ship. Let's be honest. But yeah, Ghost Ship, a classic, and it had to be on the list. It had to be.
Yeah.
Nice.
Whenever I think of that movie, I think of the eating scene.
Ooh, with the maggots.
With the maggots.
Yeah.
That fucks me up every time.
Yeah.
So gross. Number 6 for me has already been talked about. It's Insidious. I think that this movie really, between this and The Conjuring, it really kicked off a series of movies that would come. Horror always goes in cycles. Like the slashers will get hot for a minute, then you'll get your supernatural horror that'll get hot for a minute, and then you'll get your gore porn, which I hate that fucking term. That'll get hot for a minute. Insidious and The Conjuring kind of ushered in the supernatural horror craze that lasted for a good 5-10 years.
It's not your house that's haunted; it's your child.
Right.
Eat the child.
Yep.
Be gone.
That's
movie over.
Right.
We got 2 others. Like,
yeah,
bye.
yeah. Get this kid out of here. We got 2 others. We can make another one.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I just I really, really did like the first Insidious film. I actually like part 2 a little bit more.
Yeah.
But part 2 does have that happy ending, so I couldn't put it on here. But
yeah,
love Insidious. I think it's a great film, and I think, like I said, it really kickstarted that subgenre of horror. So so we will catch up on the chat real quick. Hellraiser 2022, good choice. Yeah, this chat is definitely off the rails tonight, and I am all about it. I fucking love it.
Welcome to hell
tonight.
Damn right
you never know what you're gonna get here.
Right. Not only is Jason Goes to Hell a good movie, it's the best movie in that franchise.
False.
The chat, yes, I love it. I'm here for it. Dong for tit, does a bare chest count as 1 or 2? What's the dong to booby ratio? A full dong view could count as 3 in a way.
This is
if you include the balls.
Yeah.
So that's the ratio.
Yeah, are we getting sack play here, or are we just getting dong? This is what happens when the Hellions come out.
Love it.
Oh, and there it is. This shit has gone completely off the rails now.
What rails?
Number 6, In the Mouth of Madness. That is definitely an underlooked Carpenter film.
I almost included that.
Yeah. Carrie might be at number 1.
Yeah.
Didn't include Carrie because it's on the line. Is she the villain or not? Firestarter. So
I don't know.
Cult of Chucky.
I say those little shitheads deserved it.
Some of them did, but not all
Most
of them.
Most of them, yeah.
Esther from Orphan.
Her teacher didn't deserve it, but.
Oh yeah, that one's for Shaim. Michael Jackson's Thriller.
That
The Devil's Candy
movie or the music video scared the shit.
It's a
out of
movie.
me when I was a kid.
That's totally a movie.
At this point, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Ghost Ship too. Terrifier at number 1. Hey, what's going on? Dead Silence is a very good movie where the villain won.
It is. Yes.
Very underrated movie.
Yes.
Your soul is mine. I fucking love the first Mortal Kombat. I don't care what anybody says.
Yes.
Clown, another underrated film.
Yes. Wait, was that the one with Corbin Blue?
Yeah, the
High School Musical guy? Or that I could be wrong on that one. I think he's in a clown movie. I might be wrong. There's so many clown movies out there.
Right.
There is a lot.
For all you fans out there with a clown phobia.
Yeah, this is the one with Stitches the clown.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But I don't see that person in it.
It's kind of like possession films. There's a lot.
Yes, there's definitely a lot. So, All right, so we are at the halfway point now. We are up to number 5, and that will be Dice starting us off.
I could not simply pick one film from this particular franchise for this, so you're just gonna have to accept the entirety of it. Phantasm.
I knew it. I knew you were gonna have this. Yes.
Even honestly, the very last one, to me, and it's been a while since I've seen it, but it feels very ambiguous just all around. So I take it as, well, each one has that little twist ending of it of it's not a dream, so the tall man pretty much always wins in a way.
Mm-hmm.
So Phantasm.
Okay.
Boy.
I know.
Ugh. Scariest shit ever.
Like, yeah.
What about you, Dave? What's your number 5?
All right, so for my number 5, this is again one of the most iconic slashers in horror history, one of the most murderous families in horror history, and this has to go to the Sawyer family and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre universe, especially. And I'll go for a twofer here. We'll do the original 1979 film, which was brutal. All the friends died except Sally herself. And then the 2022 Netflix movie, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That ending was nuts. Did I see it coming? Absolutely not. When Leatherface grabs the girl's head from the Tesla and just saws it off, amazing. One of the greatest endings in horror history. So yes, Leatherface, you got my number 5 spot.
Well, I love how that's also a callback to the original.
Yeah.
You know how she's screaming in the car, she's driving away, even though it's in the Tesla and it's self-driven. Like, you're still getting that, like, I don't know. I've always been a fan of that ending just for that reason. Is it's still so, like, iconic towards that ending of the first one.
Yes.
So I could totally run with that, too. I think that's a great ending there. So
great parallel.
I'm not going to talk too much about this because my beautiful wife always gets shit over on me. But The Cabin in the Woods, you picked it already, and you said it perfectly. The ending is the ending. It's the ending of the world. People are like, "Hey, we need a Cabin in the Woods sequel." What the fuck you want it on the moon? Like,
How
literally.
could you possibly?
What else can they do?
Everybody died. I mean, unless they rebuilt a new universe, and
I would love a prequel to see like somebody actually defeat the Dark Ones. I think that would be dope.
Well, you mean everyone's gonna die though? Like, no one's gonna be safe. Like a prequel, like obviously everybody before them that went to that cabin had to have died to keep the world going.
No, everybody, you have to have the sacrifices.
Yeah, those. So that's.
But they would have actually sacrificed themselves to save the world.
That's what I'm saying. Like whatever people they chose.
But the virgin can still live. The virgin's death is optional.
It's optional. Yeah.
Right.
Didn't they say that there was like one time several years ago where another country actually saved it and it wasn't the U.S.?
Yeah. So you could even do that.
Oh, go to a different
and
country.
You don't even have to let people know that it's a prequel. You know what I mean? Like do a shocking, oh my God, this is a Cabin in the Woods prequel. You know, some shit like that. So
some Final Destination 5 shit.
Right. I was gonna say almost like on Final Destination 5 where you don't find out to the very end kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Like that.
So want to give your number 5?
Yeah, my number 5 has also already been talked about, and that's Sinister. They shouldn't have moved. Again, another one where it's your child that has been taken over by scary ass Bagul. Bagul scares me. I don't know if it's him or if it's him like he eats children and like the children kill their parents because you're supposed to like love your parents and not kill them. You know,
we are.
Yeah, you're supposed to. Yeah, you're not supposed to kill your parents, and especially not like running them over with a lawnmower or drowning them. Like that's just
like seriously.
Whatever,
I know. Like
nerds.
I literally pushed you out of my swimsuit area, and you're going to kill me. Like that for this Bagul guy. Like that's messed up. Man,
these hoes ain't loyal.
No, they ain't.
And what I love about it, it's almost like Amityville Horror meets like the kids, right? To where they're getting possessed by this monster and they're committing all these horrible acts upon their family members. It's just terrifying. I'm glad I don't have kids because that could literally happen to you guys one day. You never know.
We know. Okay.
Oh, trust me, our kids are going to be the death.
Honestly, the littlest one, she's iffy. Like, she's mean. I'm afraid of her.
It's always
okay?
the youngest.
Yes, it's always the youngest.
Yeah.
It is, for sure.
I could see her poisoning me and then chopping me up. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, we have a little Chucky doll, and she moves that sucker.
She moves it around, just to fuck with us.
And she's 3. So
if she starts panning with an amulet, just. I'm not saying throw the kid away, but throw the house away. You guys just move.
No, we'll throw the kid away.
I'm just gonna have to call someone. Can you please come get her?
You got a basement, right?
Maybe some
dog cage.
Right.
Throw her ass in there. We're just kidding. We don't really do that.
Right.
Please don't call anybody.
Stop telling everyone. All right, we'll catch up on the chat real quick.
I'm too afraid she would gnaw her way through it.
Hey, what's up, guys? Thanks for stopping out.
Hey, guys.
Terrifier, Jeepers Creepers. We talked about this before, and I talked about this on My First Horror Movie episodes. I feel like I always skim past Jeepers Creepers when people bring it up.
Jeepers.
It's just not something I support. I made this very open with Dave. Like, when he sent me, that was his first horror movie, I told him my feelings on it. I told him, yes, this is what I want to talk about because I want it to be genuine and real, but there'll be no movie clips to put over top of it because I don't support the filmmaker and I can't bring myself to support that franchise because of that.
Yeah.
If people if you can separate art from the artist, that's fine. There's a lot of people in the cast and crew, they're good people that work their asses off to make a quality movie.
That's when I felt like in love with Justin Long, was in Jeepers Creepers.
So, but for me personally, like, if you guys ever are like, why does he just not talk about Jeepers Creepers at all? That's why.
Yeah.
Just my own personal thing. I would never judge anybody. Nathan is like my little brother, and he's a huge fan of Jeepers Creepers. And like I said, I have a very good personal relationship with him. He's genuinely like my little brother. We talk almost every day. So like, they won't let me judge you on who you are as a person. Like, that's not who I am. It's just not for me. It's not something I'm willing to promote. So I just wanted to put that out there. So if you guys ever wonder why does he always skip over Jeepers Creepers and not talk about Jeepers Creepers? That's why.
Because the director's a dirtbag.
Yes,
the director
he's a worthless piece of fucking
POS.
shit. Yes, he's a dirtbag.
He is.
And shout out kids for doing that because we don't give any light to dirtbags out here. Okay, we don't do
no.
that.
More love on the shirt, Dice.
Oh, well, thank you. Yes. It's one of my favorites, actually.
Season of the Witch. The Ruins, another good one.
Yeah.
Phantasm Ravager is a pile of dog droppings, but love the rest of that series. I gotta say, like, obviously the first one is my favorite. After rewatching 3 for Dice's In Defense Of, I fucking love that movie.
I do too.
So much.
Yes.
Like, it's such a fun movie. Psycho, happy birthday. I knew you were gonna have happy birthday to me on here somewhere. Who the fuck put House 2 the second story? You're grounded, Brian. No, I'm just kidding. I love House 2 the second story. I do. I love that movie.
It just shouldn't be called House 2.
No, it should. It really should.
The house next door.
But I love that movie.
Yeah.
High tension.
The neighbor's house.
Yeah.
Yeah, the neighbor's house.
Yeah.
House 3 blocks down.
House in the general
Yeah.
vicinity.
Yeah.
See, now we're just creating all the new sequels that are coming off.
Right.
High tension. Again.
Yeah, I was gonna add this one to my list because I really enjoy High Tension, but I don't know who really wins at the end.
Right.
Like, because I mean, she's kind of like in a psych ward.
I've never seen Cabin in the Woods. Ashley Spoiler Sledge.
Really?
Nightmare on Elm Street. With Nightmare on Elm Street with that cool Freddy car.
That really cool Freddy car.
So stupid. The Garbage Pail.
And the
Kids
really
movie.
great looking blow up mom.
Hey, what's up, Bronson? Bronson's
Bronson.
another one of our members that sent in his video for our members video.
Yes,
Thank
he
you,
did.
buddy. We appreciated it so much. Got some more of the Hellvington crew spitting their fire.
Yeah.
Leprechaun in the Hood. Bloody melt. Body melt. Why can't I talk?
Bloody
melt.
melt.
Something melting. I don't know.
Sinister.
It's a body. It's a bloody. Who cares?
Oh, man. Come on. They're possessed, man.
That's the ghoul, baby.
Ghoul.
Yeah.
Ghoul.
My mom just watched 1 hour photo. Yeah, he's so good in that movie.
Yes. That 1 hour photo is creepy as hell.
Thanksgiving. I support the Shed Vampire film.
I've heard of that.
I have not seen that one. Hereditary. The villains definitely win.
Fact.
Thanksgiving is a mix of Halloween, Mute Witness, The Prowler, Happy Birthday to Me, Out of the Dark, My Bloody Valentine, Scream, and The Know What You Did Last Summer. That has a lot of homages in it.
It definitely feels like early 2000s, and I liked it a lot.
He knows what's up. He knows. Like I said, we talk every day. I did. Ash and I both really liked Thanksgiving. I'm not going to boycott the movie because Spyglass is a bunch of fucking idiots. But I hope that they come to their senses pretty quickly before they fuck up a perfect franchise.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Caterpillar Dog film. Yes, it is. It's amazing. Happy Birthday to Me is a good
dog.
movie. I know that fucking Caterpillar Dog. The first Prowler. Nice.
Yes.
Oh, Christine. Rent-a-Pal. I've never seen Rent-a-Pal.
Rent-a-Pal.
The Shed is so good. But yeah, again, we liked Thanksgiving a lot, and I agree with you. Because I'm not an Eli Roth fan. I wasn't a big fan of the first Cabin in the Woods. I wasn't a fan of what were those movies? The other ones he did. Hostel. Not really my thing. But I thought Thanksgiving was good.
Cabin Fever.
Yeah, you said Cabin in the Woods.
I meant Cabin Fever. You're right. I'm sorry.
I get them confused myself, buddy.
Shaving her legs.
They did have Sean Hunter from Boy Meets World, which was dope.
I liked the first Cabin in the Woods. I liked it.
Hi, you said Cabin in the Woods.
I did too, because you messed me up.
All right, so we're up to
I like the first Cabin in the Woods too.
So do I.
But you said you didn't like it.
We're up to number 4. That'll be you starting us off, my love. What's your number 4?
Okay, so my number 4. This one gave me such high anxiety at the end because it's Black Christmas 74.
Ooh.
And they literally, she is knocked out. She's in this house and the killer's still in there with her. So you think that it was her boyfriend that she killed, but it wasn't. Spoiler alert. Sorry. I'm spoiler pants. Whatever.
Still not a waste.
Yeah. I mean, it was in 74 and we're almost in 2024. So like that ending when they just leave her there with him in the house, like that gives me high anxiety. And he's probably looking through the floorboards at her.
Oh, Billy.
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 You want to talk about? I'm going to go off on a little tangent here for a second. One of my least favorite terms in the fucking world is woke horror. Black Christmas, all the way back in 1974, had Olivia Hussey saying, "I'm getting an abortion.
I don't care about your
I don't give a
career.
shit what you say. I'm going to do what I want.
I
with
don't
my
want
body.
to marry you."
Yeah.
Yep. I don't want
this kid.
I don't care that you failed your little piano recital. I'm going to still go off and do my thing. I'm not quitting school because your plans fell through.
Right.
If that came out today, people would be like, "Oh, this is woke garbage." Motherfucker, horror's been woke since fucking Nosferatu. Man, it's always been with a message. So,
that's the whole point of horror.
I know that's the point of horror is to make you uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like that's what it is. And trust me, we're going to get to a movie on my list that if it came out today would 100% be called woke garbage.
It shouldn't make
100%.
You uncomfortable for a woman to stick up for herself. Like that's just how it should be.
Yes, exactly. As a father, as a husband, as a human being with empathy and sympathy, I think that's a great example of how horror has always been ahead of the curve on social issues. In 74, you have a woman telling a man, "I'm going to abort this baby. This is my body. This is the choice that I'm going to make." And it also has her saying, "I don't care that your plans changed. Mine haven't. I'm not dropping out of school. I'm going to continue to get my education, and I'm going to continue to strive to be a better human being."
But my whole thing
Fucking
is like,
awesome. Awesome.
Does she survive? Does he kill her? Like, does she survive? We'll never know.
Well, technically, Dave McRae is working on something.
I know. I can't wait. It's me, Billy. Part 2, and Olivia Hussey. Yeah, part 2, and Olivia Hussey is coming back.
Well, that's what they said, but I think they had to change that due to her health.
Oh,
I'm not sure. He always keeps people up to date on Twitter.
Yeah.
But that's, I think, what I had heard last. So
I'll have to hit him up. I'd like to know. I could understand how he'd be super upset about it, but at the same time,
health is
first.
Yeah.
We
don't want to stress her out. My God,
she's getting older.
Right. Yeah, she's getting older, and she doesn't know anything. She's an amazing human being that has an amazing body of work. So the fact that she was even willing to jump on before she had health issues is awesome. Now, before we get to Dice's number 4, I do want to remind everybody that have come into the chat a little bit late. We do have a poll running right now for Ashley's next review. And also, I do have all of Hellvington and Dice's links down in the description. So please make sure you're subscribing to them, following them on social media, become a part of their YouTube and social media family. They're both amazing people. You won't regret it. So, Dice, would you like to give us your number 4?
Oh, this has been mentioned, actually, a couple of different times. Pet Sematary 1989.
Ooh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yes.
Nice.
I'm once again, it depends on your perspective, I think. Yes, it's horrific what's done to the family, but to be fair, through one way or another, they still worked their way into this danger zone, if you will, despite warnings. So, it's another white family moving into this house, fucking around with native shit. What the fuck? So, technically, I think that the evil, the villain, by proxy, won. So
Yeah, for sure.
I agree.
I mean, he made out with his gruesome wife at the end.
I hate that part when the pus is running down her face. Oh, it's so gross.
They make out and she's all
That's a whole
got
different
pus
kick.
and
Then she has that knife.
and then you hear him screaming, so you know that he dies.
Yeah, you know that's a wrap on
Yeah.
him. I'm going to give my number 4. Day is experiencing technical difficulties again. When Day comes back in, we will have his number 4. Mine is going to be the newest film on my list, and that is Smile. While I'm not a huge fan of the ending of this film because they are going to franchise it, I still this would have been a great standalone film. I'm excited to see it continue because obviously it was huge in the reviews. Yeah, they did huge things, like even all over baseball. They had the people doing the smiles, and it worked out really, really well. But at the end of the day, I think this would have been great to be just a standalone film. Just like It Follows. I'm excited for the sequel to It Follows. I'm excited to see where we go from here, but I would have been fine with it being a standalone film.
Things
so
can
Smile.
survive on their own.
Rice.
I know, crazy,
Right,
I know.
right.
You said rice.
Rice. I meant to say rice, but I went with rice.
That's
on
not my
that one.
name.
Right. So yeah, I went right with rice. Yeah, rice and dice together.
Oh.
Gosh darn it! I'm just gonna stop talking. While we're waiting for Day to come back, Last Voyage of the Dementor. I was hot and cold with this movie. I wanted to like it more than I did. I didn't like Dracula's look in it, but we'll see if they continue it. The Farm. I've never heard of The Farm.
Me neither. Down on the
Me.
Oh.
The Creep and Mimic 1.
Mhm.
Mosquito, 1995.
Huh.
That's a deep cut right there. Hey, what's going on? Good vibes to you as well. Dude, Black Christmas 74 is so good.
Yes, it is.
Such a good movie.
Yes.
Ironically, I got my copy from Canada.
Fallacious.
Ow.
Spoiler Sledge, at it again.
Yeah.
I love Thanksgiving
Spoiler
too.
Sledge.
Too much talent, fun, and gore. Great. It was a great theater experience.
Mm-hmm.
Split is a great film. The Mirror from Oculus.
I know I wanted to add Oculus onto my list, and then I kind of wanted. I don't know why I didn't.
We'll be talking
Too
about
many mirrors.
Oculus on our
There's
next live. I'll talk about Oculus. I'll tell you that much. Invasion of the Body Snatchers is a great one. Oculus is a masterpiece, absolutely. Black Christmas 74, great choice, Ash.
Thank you.
4 was originally Hereditary, but it's been mentioned enough, so I will go with Midsommar. Okay, well, before we get to the rest of the chat, you want to give us your
Sorry
number
about
4,
that.
Hellvington?
Yeah, so my number 4 is going to be, and this one's kind of on the fence of how you want to take it as well, but Halloween 4, The Curse of Michael Myers, because at the end, technically Michael, kind of died, but he passed on the evilness to his niece Jamie Lloyd. So I gotta go at Halloween 4, and again, that is my top 3 Halloween movies. It's not changing. Jamie Lloyd, amazing. Danielle Harris, love her to death. So yeah, gotta be Halloween 4. The Curse of Michael Myers.
Yeah.
Revenge, one of the two. I forget.
Return.
Return.
Yeah.
It's
I only know because I
4, 5,
just did it.
It's 4, 5,
Return,
and 6.
Revenge, Curse.
Curse, yeah.
Oh, I'm telling you. Sorry about that. But yeah,
no, you're fine.
Halloween.
All right, so we will finish catching up on the chat real quick before we get into our bronze medal number 3. Dracula Dead and Loving It. Yes. Yes, the cast is so awesome. Kidder, Saxon, and Hussey. The movie is mad. The ending is like, come on, they didn't even check the attic. Oh, I
Worst
can't
police
get into
ever.
the new. Yeah, I can't get into that remake. Too much for me.
I have a lot of eyeball eating and
Mother-son.
mother
relations.
son stuff that I'm not into.
Yeah. Good choice.
Skin cookies, not into that.
Deep
either.
Rising. Yeah, and the mother-son shit was just too much. for me.
It grossed me the hell out.
No incest.
Everything
please,
is
thank
woke
you.
nowadays.
Yeah, please no incest.
Unless you shove an agenda down my neck. Exactly. Everybody has their
nefarious.
own yeah, that's what I've heard. Yeah, it's funny because I watched Cody's review and I just was like, I read the comments on what people were saying to Cody, and I was like, I'm not even gonna watch this fucking movie. I don't want nothing to do with this shit.
I did.
Cody,
twice.
love you, buddy. Like, I got your back. You're the greatest. Vampire in Brooklyn.
Nice.
The Paradox 2017. Oh shit, Megan is winning the poll now. The Woman is a hardcore horror film. I've never seen The Woman. Megan is winning now. Hey, what's up, Tatum?
Hey, Tatum.
The Woman. I'll have to check that out. Everyone, please
I'm
push
thinking
that
of the right
thumbs
one,
up,
maybe.
subscribe, and become a member if you can. I co-sign all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to get to know our members, we just released a video where you can get to know all some of our members. Not everybody participated, but we're very proud of everyone that did. Thank you.
Summer
The
Shaw.
Loved Ones is
That's
a
all right.
great film. Yeah, some people were straight up like, we don't like being on camera. And some of the people that didn't want to be on camera, like Sean and Charles, they sent us a little script to read for them so people could still get to know them. And we were very appreciative of it. Thank you guys. It meant a lot to us.
Mm-hmm.
Am I not pretty enough? I'll never hear that song the same way again after watching The Loved Ones. Summer of '84. God, it's such a good ending. It's already been talked about, but God, I love that ending, Louis. Hey, thank you guys. Another donation. Seriously, Coven, thank you so much. I can't wait for my first horror movie, and I can't wait to get you guys on one of these streams.
Heck yeah.
Well, that's another donation. So now Ashley and I can
What can we do?
I don't know.
You don't know?
We can go get our shit.
Woo! We gonna get the shit now. Moving around the rosies, huh? Oh yeah, the do. Simplify his ass. The boopity pop. We gonna get the shit.
Boopity pop.
Love that.
The OG Halloween. I mean, he was shot 6 times. Did he really survive?
He was shot 6 times, but you look down there and he was gone. He was
Gone.
So
The Ward
he
2010.
did survive.
Okay. Yep. Halloween 6 is
Repeatedly.
the Curse of Michael Myers.
Yes.
Hey, no. Yeah. Tell Ziggy we said good night. Have a great walk. Thank you for
Yes.
staying as long as you did. We appreciate you so much. I hope you have an amazing night.
Have a good night. Bye, Ziggy.
Yeah. I really like that movie, and by how much Ken seems to like the one from 74. Yeah, Ashley and I are both big fans of Black Christmas 74.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, the 06 one, it's gory, it's graphic, it's got great moments like that in it.
I don't hate the 06 one. I just hate certain aspects of the 06 one.
I think that the mother-son
that totally
sexual
took me
dynamic.
out of it. Yeah.
yeah,
And
that
the really yellow skin.
the sexual assault between the mother and son didn't have to happen. It was just
No.
something they added in for shock value, and it was just
Early
unnecessary.
2000s, man. Woo.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of that.
Me neither.
And Tatum, being the mod of the goddesses, has Hellvington's channel right here for you guys to subscribe to, so you don't have to go to the description. You just click the chat right there.
Thank you,
Love
Tatum.
that, Tatum. Love that.
The little girl who lives down the lane. Ooh, and
Ooh.
yeah, there it is.
A very, very
Nice.
young Jodie Foster.
Yep.
Mm.
Jennifer's Body, another great choice where the villain
Nice.
wins. Of course, we missed you too. Thank you for stopping out. I hope you had a great night at work.
Mm-hmm.
Future World 2018. All right. So we are now up to number 3. That'll be me starting us off. It was mentioned earlier, but come on. My dude Bagul, he's got to be top 3. And when
He's
you
your
see,
dude now?
Oh, Spooky Face. I love how James calls it Spooky Face. That's the funniest shit ever. Oh, Spooky Face. Yeah, I love Bagul. I love Sinister. I don't hate Sinister 2. I know a lot of people hate that film.
I don't either.
I think it has redeeming qualities. I like how in Sinister 2, you get a lot more from the kid's perspective than you do from the parents' perspective. And when you have an eater of children, you should get their perspective in the film and how they're getting, into Bagul's, hold. So, right. But the first one, it was just lightning in a bottle. You had so many great jump scares. Ethan Hawke is just fucking amazing. The lawnmower. Gosh, why can't I talk? The lawnmower jump scare is one of my favorite jump scares of all time.
Oh yeah.
Made me poop my pants.
Yeah, and even when you watch the movie again, like the timing of it is so boom bum ba-da-da, boom.
I love the score. It's so weird, but it fits so well.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's very creepy score. And then not only do you get the creepy score, but like the actual Super 8 footage was shot on Super 8. It wasn't digitally enhanced, which is really, really good.
Or the people that actually like got drugged into the pool were actually
that was practical.
Like that was all
they were
practical.
Really taped to the lawn chairs.
Yeah.
And pulled into the pool. That's all practically done.
I would have been like, I'm out. Like, is there something? Can I get ran over by a lawnmower? Like, I don't know that I can.
And not only that,
what are we doing today?
The actor that played Bagul, he was standing in the bottom with weighted shoes. Hold on.
Bless you.
That's a bless you.
Sorry, I didn't want to sneeze out loud. He was wearing weighted shoes, and between takes, they would come in and give him oxygen. And then take it back on. You just stand down there with weighted shoes on, and I thought that was just absolutely insane.
I'm a control freak, and having somebody else like take over, like I can't give someone else control. I can't.
Whoa, no, you do all the time. I just think
I can admit my faults. I can admit
it's just a very scary movie, and when you see the end when Ethan Hawke drinks the coffee, and then you see the green and it says "Good night, Daddy." Like, I do have a love-hate relationship with Sinister.
She poisoned him.
Right.
Ashley poisoned her.
But in this movie, because we
mom.
had to re-edit this movie, like, seriously, 45 times for YouTube to not hit us with a copyright on it. So
yeah, that was
if you guys ever watch our
shitty.
Didn't See That Coming, and you see that half of it is movie clips and the other half are still photos, that's why. Every single still photo in that episode is when YouTube was like, hey, no.
He would just text me Sinister, and then I'd be like, damn.
Yep, I'd be like, another one. Sinister. The two hardest ones that we got hit for were Sinister and Valentine. 2001. Holy shit. I did not expect us to get hit
either
by as many as we did. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, seriously? We just did a huge review on like Five Nights at Freddy's and got nothing. But Valentine was like, whoa. Jeremy Melton says, no, you son of a bitch.
Wait a minute.
Right. So, yeah, I'm going to go with Sinister at this one. Like I said, love-hate relationship. I don't ever want to rewatch it because I've had to watch it so many times to get these fucking clips. But great movie, very original. And
no more.
Having to be the kid that was the killer, and it was the daughter they were going after, not the son. Love it so much. So that's my number 3.
My number 3, I talk about a lot. We actually talked about this movie on Dice's channel, and that is Come Play with Larry. He really does get his friend in the end. He doesn't get Oliver, but mom sacrifices herself for him. And yeah, it's a really scary movie. Again, we are big on autism awareness and the way that Oliver, the actual actor, played an autistic kid. He did a phenomenal job.
To find out he is not autistic blew my fucking mind.
Mine too, actually. And he did such a good job, and he didn't, he wasn't over the top with it. There's different areas of autism. You can be farther on the spectrum. So I really enjoy that movie. It made me cry at the end. So Larry does win though, and Larry is the bad guy.
Yeah, and a movie you and I both cried at the ending, which never happens. I'm always the crier, and she's like, "Suck it up, pussy."
Pretty much. I kind of look over at him, and
she does, and I'm like,
"Yeah,
stop looking at me. You're making it fine." But this movie was one that we both, like I said, it hit us hard, and we just ran into this movie. This wasn't one that we were recommended on or anything. We just like completely.
Yeah,
I don't remember how we seen it.
Was it during the pandemic, and we were just looking for
something
to watch, and like we literally bought it like as soon as it came out.
We had to get all the special features and watch the behind the scenes stuff, but and like I said, that's how we found out that the kid that played Oliver wasn't on the spectrum at all, and that made me love this movie even more because they played autism in such a respectful way. And autism
sometimes
is a huge...
when an autistic, a kid plays an autistic person, they make it over the top. Or
We're looking at you, Babadook.
Yeah, like it's not always.
This was
like
done with class. And like I said, it's a fantastic movie with a very sad ending. But
bittersweet kind of ending.
Yeah, I'll say like a bittersweet ending.
Yeah.
Because you do get like him looking in her eyes. Like that part made me. That's when I started to get choked up. Was when he finally looked in her eyes for the first time. Because I felt that moment. Like I really, really felt that moment. And my nephew, who's autistic, like yesterday, and he does this thing now where we had our Thanksgiving yesterday, and he came over and he sat next to me and gave me a kiss.
Okay, let me say this. First of all, he's my actual my nephew through blood, and it's his through marriage. And I have to ask him for a hug. He goes to Uncle Kenny and gives him a hug, gives him a kiss, and he never even has to ask him. And I'm like, what the hell, Bryson?
Yeah, and I was like,
what's the beef?
Yeah.
I was like, are you leaving, sweetheart? He was like, yeah. So I stood up and I gave him a hug and kiss. And I was like, all right, I love you, buddy. And he was like, I love you more than that.
Yeah.
And it's just like the cutest thing ever.
Awesome.
Like,
I like that.
And, you know, me and him have a very close relationship because when he was in second grade, I would go to the school and I was a parapro and I would work with him for an hour a day, whether it was math or we would go to physical education, and him and I would do these things together. I've done a lot of work with autism through our schools and through our community. And me and him built a very special bond for that year of me working with him. And see a movie like come out and really do justice to autism. And not only that, but it makes you feel for the bully in the movie. Like you actually get a nice redemption story for the bully on why the bully is such a bully. So I love when movies are able to do that as well. So good choice on Come Play.
Thank you.
You get a shoot number 3.
Who, me? Oh. Host 2020.
Oh,
that's a good one.
Ain't nobody winning
one
in
of
that.
the scariest movies.
Nobody winning.
I watched that. I can be kind of iffy when it comes to like found footage. This isn't necessarily found footage. It's kind of like some sort of little branch from that.
Yeah.
But I had seen Unfriended years ago, way before I really got into horror, so I need to revisit that now. But I was kind of assuming it was going to be like that, so I was like, okay. But several times, it legitimately got me, and I'm like, okay, all right, you know what? Touche. Fair enough. There were times where I was like, I don't know, no, we gotta watch. We got stoic. But I think it's also a very interesting horror film, just given stuff like this.
Yeah.
People who do this have a different perspective with Host than perhaps some who aren't on YouTube.
Like
Right.
what's behind me right now.
Right.
Yeah.
And the way they used the filter faces was so good. And the fact they called his man bun a twat knot.
Not a twat knot.
Hey. Yeah, look, I'm braided today, okay? We had a braiding party, but
you got a twist. A twist.
I'm going for that. I'm going for that. I'm going for that Viking look today now.
Yeah. But I honestly didn't know what to expect with that movie. With, like you said, it all being like them on like a streaming service. I was like, how can they do this? Like how? And they made it. I really enjoyed it.
Our daughter, the older one, that's not really much into horror, really liked Unfriended. So like that kind of pushed us into watching Host. And then right after I was done, I got on the phone and was like, I got to get a hold of Jed Shepard and get him on the show.
Yeah.
And I was able to get him and Gemma on and talk about their first horror movie. And they are just amazing people. And it made me root for them even more. And then, what's it called? Came out. The last movie.
Dashcam?
Dashcam.
Oh.
I was like, Jed, what'd you do?
Yeah.
What happened?
What the fuck
what happened there? Yeah.
I felt like I was
dosage.
I feel like I was Harry Potter. I was like, I trusted you. But yeah, that was not a big fan of Dashcam. But what about you, Dave? What's your number 3?
So for my number 3, this is another one from the Hell Wife Jazzy, one of her favorite movies of all time, with one of her favorite actors of all time, Paul Walker, and that's Joyride, the original Joyride movie. Black Sheep, All Little Lamb, all that, with the ending. he got away. He went through all
He
that,
did.
chained her up, had the shotgun on the door, was terrorizing them for days upon days, and he got away at the end. So, and again, Joyride is another slept-on classic. Like, I love Fast and Furious, don't get me wrong. I love O'Brien, right? I love O'Brien. But it will always be Paul Walker in Joyride. That is one of my favorite films that he's ever done, because I love when big-name celebrities can come into the horror field, like Jennifer Aniston, Matthew McConaughey, Paul Rudd, and you can add Paul Walker to the list. I love Joyride.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Can we talk about how Ted Levine, who was Buffalo Bill in Sounds of the Lambs, is the voice of Candy
That's
Cane.
so crazy.
And he's not even credited. He's not credited in the film as the voice. But it's Ted Levine
did not know
from Sounds
that.
of the Lambs. Yeah.
What
Go watch
an
it again and you'll
actual-
totally...
I'll be like, oh shit, that's the voice. That's the voice.
Yeah.
That movie was so good. I
had it on VHS.
I think we still have it on VHS
I think we do.
somewhere.
Because after the credits, you get like the 6 alternate endings after the credits on the VHS.
They have
I gotta see that.
like ones that were just like
Storyboards.
The storyboard ones, yeah.
It just shows the storyboards of it rather than show, because they didn't even get to film the endings.
Mm-hmm.
But they have the storyboarded version of the endings, which you can find on YouTube as well, which I strongly recommend. But yeah, I love it. Just every time we watch it now, that's all I see is the guy. I actually see Buffalo Bill like, Candy Cane. You fuck me? I'd fuck me, Candy Cane. Like, that's all I see. Like, that's a great choice. I love that movie. Such a good, like you said, it's underrated movie.
Definitely underrated.
Another movie that should have just been a standalone film. We should have not gotten any sequels to that.
I mean, it's so 90s. I mean, everyone remembers going down on road trips with your parents and going behind a big rig, and maybe your parents had a one of those old timey vans where that had the CB radio in it. It's like, and you always mess with it. So I always love Joyride, because that's where my phobia of truck drivers came from, was Joyride.
Yeah. And Steve Kahn, is that it? Steve Zahn?
Zahn, it's like something weird. The last name's really weird. It's like weird and zany.
Yeah, I think it's Zahn, not Kahn.
I love it. He's great in it. He
Steve
was
Zahn.
in Without a Paddle,
So
wasn't
good.
he?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's so funny. What was the other movie? He was just the where he's doing the nature documentary.
Yeah.
I think I know what you're talking about.
What is that movie?
When you can mix comedy and horror, it's great.
Was it Into the Wilderness? I think Into the Wilderness.
That sounds familiar.
No, it's not that. Hold on, guys. We're gonna pause the stream for a second because I gotta figure out what this movie's called, because it's so funny.
Everybody, Google together. Let's go.
He's such a great actor.
Yeah, he's the dad in Diary of a Wimpy Kid. He's in Saving Silverman, which is one of the greatest comedies ever made. Strange Wilderness. That's what it's called. Strange Wilderness.
There it is.
So funny. But
love it. Yeah,
I absolutely love him in Saving Silverman too.
Yeah.
That movie's so funny. When they're talking to the basketball coach or the gym coach, he's like, "Oh, you killed her. How'd you do it?" He's like, "We ate her alive." Funny, man. We gotta watch Saving Silverman again sometime.
Oh my god!
All right, sorry guys, we got off on a tangent there. Identity. Oh, horrors don't get a second chance. I forgot about that movie.
Did you?
Yeah, it's a John Cusack film too. I love that movie. Yeah, you know that. I know. Thank you, Sean. We appreciate you, brother. That's another donation, so I can start to further my rap career.
We share a Starbucks Frappuccino blend, and see, this isn't just philosophy, it's based on science, you see. Mr. Singh, my pediatrician, just confirmed for me, you tall skanks are going through puberty. How?
Oh, bars.
How?
Mic drop.
I love it. Thank you, Sean. I
Thanks,
appreciate
Sean.
you, buddy. Forget Me Not. That's awesome. Jeepers Creepers. Kevin Bacon. Yeah, he's great in horror.
Yeah, for sure.
Except for maybe they, them, but he's okay. He's okay.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Vampire in Brooklyn. Coven, thank you so much for your
Thanks,
donation.
Kevin.
Now we can maybe
Running
start,
out of clips.
yeah, I know.
We need new ones.
Maybe we
In
can
your
finally
bag,
get
kid.
our we can finally get our petting zoo in the
What are you
basement.
doing? What did I just say? Did I just say there's a petting zoo downstairs? No. There are ghosts downstairs, Arthur.
Skip out on the zoo. I thought it was a petting zoo, not ghosts. I'm sorry.
Nope.
Number 3, Carrie.
Same thing.
I have 2 since The Descent.
Yeah.
Yes. The Wailing. That's a good choice. Another foreign film. Very good. Coven is coming in hot, and I love it.
Woo! Love it, Coven. Love it.
Coming in hot.
The Pigeon River Slayer. The Coven's coming on my first horror movie very soon, so I'm very excited for you guys to see that. Annabelle Creation. Very nice. My Bloody Valentine. Are you talking about the original or the remake? Because I happen to think both are fantastic.
Yeah,
That's my opinion.
I like the remake a little bit more, but maybe that's my bias towards Jensen Ackles. I don't know.
I don't say, is there a little bias going on there? Was there a little man candy in the film that made you like it a little more?
Well, technically, you get some nice tits too. I mean,
yeah.
Come Play is a good movie. This is as ambiguous of a show I've ever seen. I love and fuck you guys. I luck and fuck you too. Or fub. Luck and
fub, guys. I love it. Luck and
Wow.
fub. I luck and fub everyone tonight.
Yeah. Thanks, Peyton. Love you, buddy. Day of the Dead 08. Boogeyman. The ending scene yes. If you guys haven't read the short story of The Boogeyman by Stephen King, the best. That's his best ending. Oh my gosh, it's so good.
You know what?
So good.
Gotta read it.
About the Bye Bye Man. That's a good one.
Bye Bye Man.
Bye Bye Man's good.
Oh, it's been requested.
It's dad joke time.
It has been requested, so it is time to pull out a dad joke.
Good Lord.
Flip to any page. I think we already read these ones.
Probably.
Gather round, children.
You should mark the ones you've done, I think. Yeah.
Right.
We're gonna need a bigger.
I've already read this one, but I'm doing it again.
That's even worse. you can't double. You can't double
That's
dip
super
your dad
dad.
joke.
That's like a super dad move right there.
Yeah. Laughing at your own dad joke that you already told everyone.
I dig. Okay. I dig. You dig. We dig. She digs. He digs. They dig. It's not a beautiful poem, but it's very deep.
Anywho,
Dr. Seuss would like to have a word.
I see what you did there. You're digging and you deep the digs on, and then you deep. Classic.
Hey, do you know why scuba divers sit on the edge of the boat and fall backwards into the water? Do you know why they do that?
Why?
Because if they fell forward, they'd fall into the boat.
That's a knee slapper.
I can't. I cannot.
You gotta have the dad reactions with it, man.
Oh God.
You got your white New Balance shoes with a little bit of grass stain on them.
Right.
You got the high blue jean shorts on with the belt tucked in with the shirt.
What?
He doesn't even get this.
No, I get it. Okay, one more. I'll never date another apostrophe. The last one was too possessive.
That's for you English teachers out there. I know you're gonna like that one. I know you're gonna like that one.
Oh, Coven, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Now Ashley and I can handle some shit.
I'm TS motherfucking A. We handle shit.
TSA. Handle shit.
Thank you. Unearthed 2020. Have not seen that one.
I didn't see it.
3 super chats tonight. Yes, thank you guys. It means so much to the channel. And thank you, Tatum, for the hard work you do, being a member, being a mod and doing everything in the chat. Thank you, Tatum, for all your hard work. What happened?
What happened? You're way too far out.
No. Host, oh my God. Yes, a lot of love for Host. Sick Boy. I have not seen that.
Sick Boy.
Paranormal Activity. Any. Host is good. Friend Request. Did we? Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
That one's sad.
It's the yeah. We seen that one.
Yeah. Joyride is amazing. When the semi drove through the other semi, I was like, "Oh shit, this movie's legit." One of my favorite parts in Joyride.
Yeah.
I fucking love that part. Love that part.
That was nuts.
From a whisper to a scream. I don't That sounds familiar.
It does.
I've
Sounds
heard
like a
of
really
it.
good 80s song. That sounds like it would be like a top-notch 80s like
I think
ballad.
it might be actually. I think it is. I don't know.
It probably is.
I could have gone for some Paul Walker, Steve Zahn hanging dong in that truck stop scene.
For sure.
Hey,
For sure.
for sure.
Where else are you
I
going
am-
to see some dong?
I would never ever be opposed to any type of dong hanging. I will say that. If anybody's got
Let
the
the
balls to
dong
hang
hang.
dong, do it. Love it. Thank you guys so much. Seriously, it means a lot. I mean, it's almost a piece
How's
of
that
heaven.
for a slice of fried gold?
Yeah, boy.
Love it. Love it.
Thank you. Frailty. That's one of the best endings in horror history. Gooble Gobble, one of us. And if you guys haven't, we have Dice's links over here in the chat. We have Hellvington's over here, so make sure you
Thank you,
subscribe to
Tatum.
them. Thank you, Tatum. The Raven 63. Thank you. Yes.
Nice.
The Visit rap. Yes. Gotta love that rap. Love that movie. Ho. That's so funny. All right. So Megan is still in the lead at this moment.
All right.
Please cricket noise. Shaun of the Dead 2004. Yes, that absolutely counts as a horror movie.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Absolutely counts as a horror movie. Scream and Scream Again 1970. I've seen that. That has what's his name? He just recently passed away.
Is it
I know,
Michael
it's driving me
Gambon?
nuts.
That's not him, is it?
No, maybe this isn't what I was thinking of, but holy shit, this has a huge cast.
Christopher
Vincent
Lee.
Price, Christopher Lee, Peter Cushing,
Oh,
Christopher
okay.
Matthews.
I-
Holy shit.
We need to watch.
Yeah, that's
We
on the
need to
list.
watch this.
That has to already
I
be on my
love
list.
Vincent
Those
Price.
are the godfathers right
For
there.
sure.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Vincent Price is so good.
He's amazing.
Yeah.
He's
He's
so
the GOAT.
amazing.
He is.
He is. He is. The Wolf
I've been
1984.
compared to him once, and I'm like,
That's a hell of a compliment.
Right?
Jesus Christ.
Whisper to a Scream was the end credit song to Scream. Oh, well, there we go.
Okay,
We
all right.
knew it was a song. We knew it was a song.
Dice, got to see that shirt.
Oh yeah.
Everyone loves Dice's shirt.
I would love to see this movie get a remake. There's 2 Stephen King movies that I want to see get
Okay,
theatrical
I like
remakes.
Rose Red.
Hate
I
it.
love Rose Red.
Hate it.
I love
That
it.
is Jazzy's favorite movie.
It's-
ever,
look,
literally.
listen.
It's so good.
I like the idea behind that movie.
Yeah.
I really, really do. But that made-for-TV CGI
This
takes
okay,
me out
the
of that
CGI
film
isn't
so
great,
much.
but the story is good.
It's a great story.
Yeah.
Like I said, I would love to see that. Just like Sometimes They Come Back,
Yeah,
another made-for-TV Stephen King film that I think should get a big theatrical
I
release
think it
now.
will. It
That
will.
they can do like Rose Red and Sometimes They Come Back could do major things in
Mhm.
theatrical
Yeah.
releases now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Hey,
mean,
what's up, Del?
look what
Thanks for stopping
what
out.
the It series. They're
Exactly.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
2017 and
Yeah.
2019. Look what those did. And I would even make the argument that Rose Red and Sometimes They Come Back have a more compelling story than what it does. It obviously has a bigger, better villain.
I was gonna say
Right.
it has probably more of a following too. Like
Right.
most people know what.
But
it
when you
is.
come to a cohesive story, and I think Rose Red and Sometimes They Come Back have a better story to follow along with
Mhm.
than it does. It's just my opinion. And I love it. I love all incarnations
Right.
of the film.
Me
So
too.
we are up to number 2, and that will be you starting us off.
All right. Well, someone had already mentioned this in the chat, and it is Identity. I love this
Ooh.
movie. It's such a psychological thriller of a ride.
So mad I didn't put this on there.
And you think that Malcolm, the bad side, is killed off. You think that he's good. He's going to go to his insane asylum and he's going to, be the happy-go-lucky Paris that still lives inside of him. And then you find out that the evil one is still in there. And like you said, whores don't get a second chance. And yes, when she digs up that key and he's above her, I'm just like, oh, and then he kills the cops in the cop car. That movie is so good.
And she's singing I Want You by Bob Dylan at
Yes.
that moment, which makes it even creepier. I want you so bad.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh. Such a great moment in that film. Like that is such a dope moment in that movie. What about you, Dice?
The Woman in Black, 2012.
Nice.
Ooh, nice.
Now, again, this could be taken a lot of different ways because I have to give a lot of credit to my dad, actually, because during one of the rewatches that my brother requested, no less, always a shock. My dad said, "Yeah, and you know, at the end there, she kind of paid it back. You know, she reunited them." I'm like, I never thought of that. I never
Yeah.
fucking thought of that. So, the Woman in Black, yes, is technically the villain, but at the same time, there's some sort of connection or empathy there, shall we say? Some sort of, some nod of like, thank you, now here's what I can do for you.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
Love it.
Which, again, however you want to look at it, you know, that's quite the ending to that film. And I will say, like, I think that movie got a lot of shit, and nobody went out to watch this movie because of Daniel Radcliffe. You know, he's just coming off of Harry Potter, and people are like, oh,
That's a
Harry Potter in a
guy.
horror movie.
Yeah.
And he killed it. Like, he killed it in
He
this movie.
did.
He was so good.
He was the reason why I wanted to check it out and like bought it immediately.
I will say that was
Crazy.
one of our worst theater experiences
Oh my gosh, it was
we've ever had.
horrible.
The two worst theater experiences we've ever had
because it
were
was PG-13, and so all these little shits got dropped off by their parents, and they were awful. It was horrible.
screaming throughout the movie.
Yeah,
That and the Bye Bye Man are the
they
two
kept
worst.
dropping that coin.
They kept dropping coins. I finally went up and sat by him. I was like, what the fuck? Can we
Take one of the
please
coins.
Come
shut
on,
the
man.
fuck up? Like,
Yeah.
I'm that guy in the theater. That's
Yeah.
like, listen, I've been married to my wife for 18 years. I finally get to take her out on a date. None of you assholes are going to ruin this for me. Shut the fuck up. If you don't want to be here, fucking leave.
Right.
I'll go sit right next to somebody. Be like, well, what you got to say is obviously really important.
Well, that's like, after those two, it was like I don't want to go on like opening nights to see these anymore. Like, let's wait a couple of weeks and then, especially the PG-13 ones.
Yeah.
I absolutely refused to go see A Quiet Place in the theater. I was like, there's no dialogue throughout the whole movie.
There's no way. There's no way.
The last thing I want to hear the whole movie is
Yeah. Sneezing.
I was like, no, there's no. I'll kill somebody. I will fucking kill somebody if I
Loud
do this.
chompers up.
So yeah, that's a big no for me, dog. How about you, Hellvington? What's your number two?
I don't know if I'm lagging right now. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So my number two is going to be I believe it was like a 2012-ish film called ATM, starring Josh Peck from Drake and Josh.
Yep, Drake and Josh.
It was an amazing story. It was just the ending was wild, and to see how the killer set up Josh Peck's character to become the killer per se. I don't really want to spoil it, but I'm going to spoil it. But basically the premise is you got this. There's this ATM in the city, and these people are stuck in it. You have these 4 people who are stuck in an ATM, and there's a killer that's stalking them inside the ATM. But at the end of it, the killer gets away, and he sabotages the footage to make it look like Josh Peck was the one who killed everybody. In reality, it wasn't him. So it was a great movie. I thought it had a really good twist ending. And at the end, you actually see the killer in the crowd walk away as Josh Peck is getting arrested. So it was really cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's legit. My number two, one of Ashley's honorable mentions, is Saw.
Here we go.
I'll never forget that theater experience. Sometimes it's cool to be geriatric. I get to remember some of these things from when I was a wee lad, and I remember being in Saw on opening night and seeing that reveal, and it had not been spoiled for me. And when I saw that for the first time, I was just in shock. Like, I was just like, wow, this dude's been there the whole time. I can't say
I got pissed. I was pissed.
I loved it.
Game over.
I literally went and saw this movie because the cat from The Princess Bride was in it. I was like, oh shit, Carrie Ellis is in this movie. I'm gonna go watch this movie. And then like it happened, and I was like, that was an instant classic. Like I instantly adored that movie right off rip. So number 2 for me is Saw. We will catch up on the chat real quick before we all give our number ones and wish everyone a beautiful night. Friday the 13th remake. Jason definitely won because he's badass. Hereditary. Mary Shaw. Gotta love that Mary Shaw love, Nathan. Everyone, if you haven't watched the members video, it's up. Yes. Appreciate our members the way we do, please. And make sure you leave your comments. And there's the video. Check that out after the stream. 2017. That's a good one. What's Jennifer Lawrence? That's a crazy. Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer, Old Boy, and Seven. Thank you for including Seven. Totally a horror movie. Old Boy, OG, not exactly horror, but the most horrific situation ending imaginable, even though the ending is slightly ambiguous. Either way you lean is gut-wrenching. 10 out of 10. Hey, Lushes, we will see you guys on Saturday over at your stream. We're very, very excited about that. I love these streams because you can see everyone's movie preferences and make me want to watch all. That's what we hope for. Like, I can't wait to have you guys on the show, and then eventually we'll bring you guys on live too. I'm so excited to work with everybody. Anybody we get the chance to work with is just super awesome for us. Like, we're super grateful for everybody we get the chance to work with. I like the way you think, Cal. Yes, Thanksgiving was awesome.
Yeah.
PG-13 is Monday early afternoon to avoid those punk ass kids. Yeah, we've learned that. Holy shit, I was pissed.
Yeah, I got the early bird show now.
Yeah. Yeah. Right after my lunch.
With the senior citizens.
You get the cheap showing.
Yep.
Get your $5 dinner.
That's ATM. Right at the early bird special.
Early bird special.
Good choice with ATM.
That's dinner time. 4 p.m.
That's my dinner. It's almost nap. That's already past my nap time. Like, holy shit. Saw was so good. The ending was badass. The Fog, very nice choice. Coven, that's an awesome pick. Talking about I lost my place. The Friday the 13th remake. And yeah, we're excited too, Lushes. If you guys haven't subscribed to the Opinionated Lushes, they're doing a 24-hour stream coming up. And Ashley and I are going to take part of it. We will be a part of it on Saturday at 3 p.m. We're very excited to be a part of that. So make sure you guys are subscribed to the Opinionated Lushes. Obviously, we will promote that throughout the week. But we're very excited to have just like a little 45-minute, hour-long block as part of their channel. Very grateful to be invited. So thank you guys. We can't wait to work with you guys again. Yes, we got some more love for Brightburn. Let's go. I had Brightburn on my list, Cal. 16 hours. Okay, I'm sorry. My apologies. A 16-hour stream.
It's still a long time.
Yes,
that's
still way better than what
long as hell.
And the good thing is, a lot of this, they're going to be raising money that goes to certain charities. So that's the big part of this.
Great.
So
that's awesome.
That's why we were so like gung ho to be involved. Like, absolutely, we would love to. Obviously, we love the ladies anyway, but to be a part of something so big is very exciting for us. So we're honored to be a part of it. We can't wait. The Mist would be number 1. All right, so now we are up to the panels number 1, and we will start off with Dice.
Shout out to my mom. This is one of her favorites, at least from this particular actor, we'll put it that way. And it stars an actor that she quite likes. I think a lot of the horror community likes. The Abominable Dr. Phibes, 1971. Nice. Once again, is he the villain? It depends on how you look at it. Personally, I look at it as like goals. But it's very creative. One of the things that I like and my mom likes about Dr. Phibes is the creativity. It was Saw before Saw in a way. Because you get death by locusts and not in the way that you would think. It's very interesting. You've never seen Brussels sprouts put to such a nefarious use.
And like you said, it's got our homie Vincent Price.
Yes. And he doesn't even do any facial acting. I looked into some trivia, as I tend to do, for such movies. They use something, and I forget what it's called, but they use something to actually paralyze his face so that he couldn't emote like that.
because that's what he's known for. That's amazing. He wanted to get out of his comfort zone.
And it makes sense. Once again, I guess it would be considered something of a twist or a spoiler, so I won't say it. But there's a reason why they didn't want him to be able to move his face very much. It's also a very interesting love story, shall we say? And you get the candy shop owner from the original Willy Wonka, and there's a detective. So
bonus.
Yeah, bonus. There you go.
And it's even funnier because he looks just like my dad.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow!
It's almost hilarious how much they look alike.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, Hellvington, you want to give us your number one?
All right, so this is one of my most favorite James Wan films of all time. I think James Wan is an amazing director, creator, writer, and I know he gets a lot of love for his Insidious films and, Dead Silence, but Malignant was a really good film. I loved Malignant. I loved the story of Gabriel. The twist, I did not see it coming whatsoever. And the fact that this cancerous tumor, brother, half brother kind of thing living inside her body took over, and it was great. And it was almost the scenes with Gabriel. I mean, James Wan knocked it out the park with the visual effects in that movie. And like I said, Gabriel himself was badass. Like when he needed to protect his sister, that's what he did. And so that's why Malignant had to be my number one, because it's very slept on. Like it was one of those films. It's like you had so many bangers coming around the time of Malignant that Malignant almost just got lost in the sauce, right? I gotta show you guys the sauce. I gotta show you guys the recipe. The sauce is fire. Gabriel is fire. But yeah, I love Malignant. It has to be my number one.
We watched that movie 3 times in a weekend.
We did. I loved it so much. Yes, it is.
It took me by surprise.
I want that knife.
Yeah.
If you guys haven't seen The Dark Half, I strongly recommend checking out The Dark Half, the Stephen King film.
I gotta check it out.
Malignant is The Dark Half on crack. Like that I'll say that much.
Yeah.
Definitely worth a watch. If you like Malignant, you'll love The Dark Half.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch this whole stream and just write down every single
Letterboxd.
thing that everyone suggested, and we're just gonna do a watch party for it. It's gonna be great.
Oh, that'd be dope.
Yeah.
I'm down for any watch parties ever.
For real.
So I do want to say my number one, I think a lot of people are going to know, because this is probably the movie that scared me the most in my life. I think it's in my top 5 favorite movies of all time. It is hands down my favorite horror anthology film, and that is Tales from the Hood. I love this movie, and in my life of watching film, I've never been scared the way I was at the end of this movie.
Yeah.
As someone, at a very young age, I was raised in a very, very Christian family, and the idea of hell and death was very, very scary to me. It was something that really, really terrified me. So to have that ending of him, this ain't no funeral home, like that whole moment to me, when he finally gets to the welcome to hell, like, oh my God, then you see that it breaks apart and they're in hell and they're burning along with, like, that scared me so fucking bad as a kid. To this day, still my all-time favorite horror anthology. Still the scare, whenever people talk to me about, we have people that ask us to do videos for them, like, what's the scariest scene you've ever seen? What is this? I wouldn't say it's the scariest movie, but that last 5 minutes of the film, when he's walking through and he's turning the lights on by touching them, and like I said, we're going to talk about a movie that if it was made today would be called a super woke horror movie. It's Tales from the Hood.
Yeah.
People of color talking about social issues? How could you?
Right. How dare you?
And it was so groundbreaking because, you had a lot of, in the Black community, you had a lot of films that were kind of not that great, especially horror films, right? Like, Leprechaun, Back to the Hood, Goes to the, it's a good film, but it wasn't really representative of what the Black community was. And Tales from the Hood was it was out of nowhere, and it stuck with not only the Black community, but it allowed the Black community to come in to the world of horror, not just for a Candyman or anything like that, but for a really good horror anthology. And like you said, Ken, it's one of the greatest of all time.
Right. And I know, and again, I'm not trying to be facetious or I'm not trying to be subservient or anything like that, but me being a straight white man, it's very hard for me to talk about the depths of what Tales from the Hood is. Right. I understand that and I respect it. But as a human being with empathy, I can watch that movie. As a kid, I didn't realize the depth of like the first story that was totally, Rodney King. That was a total play on what Rodney King had gone through in the riots. And then you got the second one with the dolls. I just thought it was funny. Which is, if you guys get the chance, get the Blu-ray for Tales from the Hood and watch the behind the scenes stuff. The guy that plays the racist guy in that, he had to keep saying the N-word throughout that skit, and he was so uncomfortable because he's just the sweetest, kindest guy. And so Rusty Cundiff, the writer, he kept throwing in that and made him keep saying it. Oh, we didn't get it that time. You got to do it again, just to keep messing with it.
That's great.
Take 5.
He's one of those guys. Yeah, he's one of those guys that was just like, I'm not very comfortable with the amount of times I have to say this. Obviously showing the true nature of his character. But, you go back and you rewatch this movie today and you see all the things that, and even like the messages of like the Crazy K one, KKK comeuppance, when he's in the jail cell with that other guy next to him and he punches him for having the Nazi thing and calling him the N-word. And then he's like, those people you killed, what color were they? And that's when it kind of hits to Crazy K. And he's like, I'll have a spot for you in my army when you're ready. And like, it's just like, that's so deep and so traumatizing, even as a young boy, even though it was a little over my head, because like I said, a white boy that grew up in Sand Creek, Michigan, where there's more corn stalks than people.
You drive your tractor to school.
Yeah. We literally had to drive your lawnmower to school day. But, like that type of thing for me was over my head. And I watch it now and I'm like, the way that they portrayed this movie, it's definitely a horror movie. But the message, and it's not just, police brutality or black on black crime. You also have the one with, spousal abuse, child abuse, which is colorless. There's no color that comes along with that.
Yeah.
Right. It's a universal thing. And they really took it and they made it so that anybody could watch this movie and feel something, some type of sympathy or empathy for the people and what they're going through in the film. So to me, this is as close to a perfect horror movie. It's up there with Nightmare on Elm Street for me on quality of film, how great it is, The Dark and the Wicked.
With that awesome Freddy car.
Oh, shut the fuck up. We were having a good moment. Okay?
You ruined it.
I always gotta bring you down.
For me, number 1, Tales from the Hood. What about you, my love?
Great choice.
So this is not gonna be a surprise to anyone.
I swear to fucking God.
Mine is Halloween 1978. He was shot 6 times. He fell off the balcony and they turned around and he was gone. And then you go to number 2 and it is directly right after all of that. And he's still going after her. So he's still alive. He won. He will survive. He will.
He will be coming back as a cheeseburger. Give it a moment.
It's
but
possible.
No, that's
you
fact,
never know.
Shot 6 times by Dr. Loomis and survived. I mean, and he's the ultimate shape in the shadow, so it has to be number 1. I'll rock with that.
It has to be.
Is that a yawn?
Stop it! I hate when you do that.
I hate when you yawn when I'm talking about Halloween 78.
All right, guys, we'll catch up on the chat real quick. Troy, thank you. Show some love to the best horror movie this year, When Evil Lurks. Yes. Ashley and I were lucky to do a review on this. We got an advanced screener. We were not disappointed.
That movie was something.
It is on Shudder. It has its ups and downs.
Yeah.
Just like any other film. Great foreign film. Very graphic.
Mm-hmm.
It has my favorite jump scare of the year. I'm not going to get into that because the movie's so fresh. I don't want to spoil anything. If you watch our review, I think you know what it was. But it has my favorite jump scare of the year, hands down, in it, and it's probably the most brutal movie we've seen this year.
Yeah,
love it.
But there's another donation. So we talked about great horror anthologies. Let's talk about another moment from another horror anthology that scared the shit out of little Kenny.
I'm gonna get you.
You hear me, Richard? You hear me, Richard?
You hear me, Dick? You hear me, Dick?
That part scared me. That's what I say every day. I'm gonna get you. You hear me? So that part scared me in Creepshow for real.
Yeah, that was a kink, I think.
Halloween Kills. Yeah.
Yeah.
Evil avenges tonight, baby. Thank you, Coven. Thank you. That's awesome. Yes, thank you, Troy. We appreciate that. The Thing. That's a great fucking choice, Nathan.
I questioned that myself.
Holy shit. What a great choice.
That again, another one where nobody wins.
Yeah, nobody really wins in that one. Whoa, that's legit. 70 times. That's fucking
Jesus
awesome.
Christ, you lucky son of a bitch.
Yeah, that's
okay, you win.
awesome.
You win.
Yeah, I love how different this top 10 was. That's why, because I have people that sometimes will do this and they're like, are we going to share what our top 10s are going to be? No, even Ashley and I don't share our list with each other because we want to try to avoid interchange and overlap. It's more fun that way.
Yeah.
Coven, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much. Now we can check out what it's like in prime time.
Welcome to prime time, bitch.
Love it.
Love that shit. Love that shit. Got some more Hellfire coming in from the Hellvington crew. Number 5 tonight. Yes, thank you, Coven. Thank you so much. Yeah, love Sabbath. Love Sabbath. I considered The Thing, but I feel like the story presented itself as basically a stalemate, which is fair. Yes, we get some more love for Tales from the Hood. Awesome. Thank you. Y'all knee deep in the shit. God, he was so good in that movie. Rest in peace. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button. If you haven't, please subscribe to Sledgehammer Horror. It means a lot to us to join our family. Subscribe to Dice Rollen. Subscribe to Hellvington. Come back and leave a comment after the stream if you want to. Tell us what you thought about it. It helps us with that YouTube algorithm that we're all such big fans of. The difference is Leprechaun in the Hood was made by white pandering to black audience, while Tales was made by a black filmmaker using black experience. Very true.
Yes, Dale. Yes, Dale.
And that's
about perspective.
Right, and that's why I said, like, me and Ashley, who are huge fans of Tales from the Hood, we're probably not the best people to talk about just like the new Candyman film. It was hard for me and Ashley to really. Some people want us to do a review on it. I don't think we're the best people to review that movie. I've never been pulled over by a police officer and been scared that they're going to come and do something to me because of the color of my skin.
Right.
Again, this is just a fact. I'm not being subservient or anything like that. I'm just being real. I've been scared because I got fucking weed in my pocket, but I've never been scared.
Hold on, officer. Got dirty laundry in the back.
Yes,
this is because of the colorful hair, isn't it? Huh?
Those are the type of things. It's just like it. I would love to leave streams like that to the people that have actually gone through those type of things and experienced those type of things, so that way I'm not pandering because
Boost
I can't
the voices.
Right. You know, the people that go through it, they're the ones that you should watch review it. They're the ones that you should listen to because they're going to give you an honest, genuine opinion on those things. So, Del, thank you for your input because it really means a lot to us to hear somebody else say those type of things. It's amazing.
Yes.
Hatchet, Victor Crowley, baby.
Love it. Victor Crowley. Mr. Crowley.
You survived. Yeah. Yeah.
He still won.
Yeah.
Okay, so then that Jason, he just survived. He didn't win shit. He didn't win shit neither.
We watched him
so
come
I'm
out.
Boo you.
We watched him come out of the water that he's scared
He just
of.
Survived. He
with Freddy's
He only
head.
survived it. Not
Number one
it.
is Halloween
He
for
didn't
me
win
too.
Yeah.
Looks like Ashley will be reviewing Megan in
right.
January.
Intriguing.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Intriguing.
Manhunter 1986. Hanging Dong. Not to start beef here, guys, but Google A Life of Inches by John Holmes. Cheese and rice, hard salami takes on a whole new concept.
Whoa. Peyton, what the heck?
We all know what John Holmes was known for, okay?
All right.
Yeah.
Dong with salami and cheese and rice. I love it.
Yeah.
Girl dinner.
I gotta work hours off for 11 days. Oh man. Hey, enjoy going back to work. That kind of sucks, but I get it.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you guys so much. Check out some of our member videos. In there you'll see Ashley and I's storyboarded pitch for the Pet Cemetery fan film we're making called Ludlow. as well as some behind the scenes stuff of Bride of Killer Pinata and things like that. So thank you for becoming members. It really means a lot.
Yeah.
Drag Me to Hell, fantastic movie. And you're right, an ending that is dark. The bad people definitely won.
Yep.
Who will be the bad guy that wins, Megan versus Chucky? I'm torn on this. This is the hardest one when people ask me.
So is it Chucky, like Chucky 20?
Oh, if it's Chucky 2019, Megan's winning.
But
Hands
like
down.
Chucky is not really a doll. He's like a real human, where Megan is just like an electronical doll.
That's the thing. And for me personally, I'm torn because Chucky is my favorite horror franchise of all time. But Amy Donald, who plays Megan, is one of our friends. And she's like my daughter's best friend. So I can't.
You're being biased.
I am being
biased.
You hear that shit? Remember that. The child is friends with Megan. Be careful now.
Yeah. So like that's
biased.
That's a hard one for me because again, like I said, Child's Play is my favorite franchise. Like it's been with me since I can remember watching movies. But Amy and her mom are very close to Ashley and I. We talk almost every day. Like I said, my daughter is very good friends with Amy, so I feel like I'm betraying them. Because I love them both so dearly.
Immediately after the stream, you get a text.
Whoa.
Like, really?
We were watching, son of a bitch.
You didn't say Megan right off the rip. Megan would take on Chucky.
No more play dates, motherfucker.
Right. So that's a hard one for me. But either way, very proud of what Amy's been able to do. I know a lot of people that didn't even know that Megan was played by a human being in that movie. Obviously they had their artificial stuff and they had that, but I'd say 90% of the movie was Amy. All the dancing, all the flips, all the running in the woods, that was all Amy.
Yeah.
Which, by the way,
yeah, so amazing. So thank you, Del. Thank you for coming out.
Yeah.
The It remake, worst ending ever. The Happening, 2008. Chucky is supernatural while Megan is an AI program robot. So it's a hard one.
Mm-hmm.
Chucky 2019 over Megan. Respect. I like 2019 too. It's hard. Yeah, it's hard to say. I do want to say one last time. I know I said it like 5 times, but guess what? It's our stream, so we can do whatever the fuck we want. Make sure you're subscribing to Dice. Make sure you're subscribing to Hellvington. Make sure you're following them on social media. If this is your first time here, please hit that thumbs up button. Please subscribe. We'd love to have you along for the ride. And next Thursday, we'll be doing our top 10 should have been Final Girls. So
that's going to be great.
Very excited for that list.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, we do have to address this. I'm sorry. This is something we have to address. I was really upset when I first heard what was rumored that Melissa Barrera had said. When the story first broke, I was completely on the side of the studio. When I heard that Melissa had come out and made these anti-Semitic remarks and was saying that the Jews are the ones that run the Western whatever, I was disgusted. I was very disappointed. After I had read her posts, Ashley, I'm very, very political. Anybody that follows me on Twitter knows.
Always throwing hands on Twitter.
If you follow my personal account on Twitter, you'll see I'm a very political person. I'm very strong in my beliefs. We try to keep that to a mum with Sledgehammer Horror because we want to respect everybody's beliefs. If this is controversial, I'm sorry, and I think you'll co-sign for me. I don't want to, put words in your mouth. Ashley and I are on the side of keep innocent civilians out of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's my biggest thing. I don't want bloodshed from children, from women, innocent men that have nothing to do with the military. I don't like the idea of people being kidnapped and tortured and beaten and raped and sexually assaulted. Like those are the things for me that if that's controversial, I'm sorry. I don't care which side of the coin it's on. I don't want innocent people killed. I love horror movies where the killing is brutal and gross, but it's not real.
Right.
Real life murder, real life death, real life genocide is absolutely appalling and terrifying to me, to the point to where I have people send me videos of real life shootings and stuff. And I'm like, don't, please. Yeah. I respect you. I love you, but I can't watch this stuff. It makes me sick. I don't like to see human beings lose their lives. So once it came out for what Melissa had said, I thought the studio had made a grave mistake. I think that whether I agree with your politics or not, you should have the freedom to be able to express yourself and say what you want to say, as long as you're not inciting violence, inciting hate, those type of things. That for me is when it goes too far. When you start inciting violence against a transgender community or the Jewish community or the black community or the gay community, when you're starting to put, dog whistles out there about that type of stuff, I'm out. I think that whether I agree with you or not, that's wrong. But if you want to go out and speak your political beliefs, we live in a country that you're allowed to do that. And that's one of the greatest things about this country. Are we still the greatest country in the world? Probably not. But are we still great? I believe so. I think that there's a lot of great people
we have
in
potential.
this country. Yeah. But we've just come so far down of the left versus the right that we forget that whether you're left wing or right wing, you're part of the same eagle, and we need each other to make the eagle fly and succeed. We should just go back to how it was when I was growing up, where you don't talk about religion or politics, and you just, you stay in your own personal shit.
Do a side eye, a bombastic side eye once in a while. But...
for what we're saying here with Melissa, I think that the studio made a big mistake. I don't think Jenna was coming back anyway because of the Wednesday filming schedule, but I think that this really was the nail in that coffin of her saying, no, I'm not coming back. I have a lot of people telling me that they're boycotting Scream, that if they do make another movie, they will boycott it. And if I've heard Neve Campbell's getting death threats if she joins on for another Scream movie. And it's like, guys, this is a fucking movie, man.
Yeah.
Right.
And if Neve Campbell wants to join on to see the film, good for her. If she wants to be a part of this movie, she built this fucking franchise.
Right.
This franchise is zero without Neve Campbell.
Preach.
She made a conscious decision to not be a part of the last film because she wasn't getting paid what she should have been. That's respect to her. If they go about and they make her a good offer and she wants to become a part of it, I'll wait till a trailer drops. But as of right now, I'm upset with what the filmmakers have decided to do, or the studio, I should say.
I don't know how
the suits.
Can possibly how they can possibly go on at this point.
Yeah, you've lost your two main characters from the last two films. In a heartbreaking
bring Stu back.
God damn it. All right, guys, it was a fun stream.
Never be coming back.
I could talk about this all night because it's something I feel very passionate about. I
just
really
overall genocide bad.
Yeah,
Yes.
let's leave it at that.
Right.
I don't care which side it is. If you're in the business of killing innocent people, it's not a side I want to be on. I don't care who's funding your country. I don't care who your allies are. I don't want people hurt. That's my big thing. I don't want people hurt. I don't want people to die. And don't fucking send death threats to people. What the fuck?
Right.
Like that's when the horror community looks fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Is when you
Please,
start sending...
we're trying to come back, please.
Yeah, like, come on, man. We just got done with those 3 Halloween movies, and there was a lot of toxic shit happening between those 3 movies. Let's move on past that. That's where Ashley and I don't want to speak for you, but would you agree with what I was saying? Is there anything you'd like to add?
No.
Okay, I never talk for her. She's a grown woman. She can speak her own voice, but this is a situation I feel like because we live together and we have a lot of conversations about this, we kind of stood our own ground on this, on the same side of the aisle. So I think it sucks. The biggest thing, I've always said that while Child's Play is my favorite horror franchise, Scream is probably one of the best. It's with consistency. And it just really, really bums me out that they went about it the way they did. And the thing is, Melissa didn't even find out until Jenna Ortega texted her. That's how Melissa Barrera found out she was fired, was because Jenna Ortega sent her a text. Like, what the fuck? Like, I couldn't imagine finding out that I got fired on social media.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Wow.
Like, that's such dog shit. So I hope that answers your question, Apocalypse. I know I went really off the deep end, but again, politics is something I'm very passionate about, and I'm very strong in my beliefs in what they are. But I don't want people to die. I mean,
unless
it's quite a concept.
A horror movie.
Yeah, unless they're getting sawed from their vagina to the top. That's the only way.
The only way.
But one last thing before we go. What horror movie would you guys like to see get remade? I'm gonna stick with Rose Red and Sometimes They Come Back.
Well, mine's kind of coming true, and that's People Under the Stairs. Like I can't speak.
Cautiously optimistic.
I'm cautiously optimistic. Yes.
Yep. What about you guys?
For me, I would love to see, and I'm just going to say it, I want to see Nightmare on Elm Street be remade again. I feel like the last Nightmare on Elm Street film is good in ways, but it lacks in other ways. But I feel like if done correctly, a new Nightmare on Elm Street will be just what horror needs.
Yeah, couldn't agree more.
Mm-hmm.
What about you guys?
I'm gonna pull a very niche horror movie at my ass.
Okay.
And say Fade to Black. It doesn't get enough recognition right now, and I would like to see what they would be able to do that, especially with the cinematic climate and super movie fans that we got now.
But those are always the best remakes because it introduces people that had never seen it to it, and I think that's
even if it's a shit film,
Sometimes They Come Back. Right, make it better.
Yeah.
So, like we said at the beginning, and like 75 other times, and Dell has done so. Just sub to Hellvington and Dice, and thank you for already being subbed here, Dell. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
Thank you guys all for coming and hanging out with us. We appreciate you. Sorry things got a little heavy here at the end. If politics aren't your thing, I apologize. It's just I had to express my views on it since I wasn't gonna, but since it was asked, I thought I might as well give my opinion. Dice, Hellvington, please don't go anywhere. We got a couple more questions for you. Everybody else, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. It helps the channel more than you know. And follow Sledgehammer Horror on social media. All our links are in the description as well. But until next time, keep talking horror.
Stay who you are.
And we'll see you guys soon.
Bye, guys.